disgusting, sexual.
Parents say it is not for kids.
Pornography in the workplace, being played on TV screens, drawings.
They ransacked and took off with the family car.
People making nasty comments about women.
Virus spreading in our area, find out where.
Racial language and racist attacks.
Push the button! I'm a black ninja, fuckface!
All right, we remember. Shut up.
We smoke pot with Snoop Doggy Dogg on a daily basis.
You're talking out your ass.
There's gonna be some action today.
I'm gonna crap myself.
Oh, what a log you're gonna have. Holy shit.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Holy shit, Yahoo, indeed.
Oh, with Opie.
I have psychosis.
Anthony.
I'm a xenophobic asshole.
Jim Norton.
I don't have the chops to do this.
And a bunch of zeros.
Good old Ben.
Steve really is love.
Perfectly enunciating bull. Sorry, Steve.
E-Rock!
I bring nothing to the table.
They love when Hawk fucks up.
Shut up. But more importantly, we see Derek's balls. You just relax. Here comes the funny.
Problem, Hawk?
My crotch is burning so bad.
Shut up!
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
That's funny. I'm funny. Did you see that jerk? No.
Shut up!
All right. Hey, what's going on?
All I have to say,
We're a bit tired.
Jesus H. Christ. Ain't much really to do about being tired, you know? There just ain't much to do.
Well, we had some stuff to do last night for the radio program.
Yeah.
Sure. And it always sucks when we have something to do at night for the radio program.
Yeah, because we got to get up early.
Well, more sucks for Anthony, though, because, like, you can't go home.
No, I can't go home. I want to go home. Can't go home. I did go home.
The rest of the country is not going to understand, but when you work in Manhattan and you live on Long Island, it's just a nightmare.
Nightmare getting anywhere.
It's a nightmare.
Can't get home.
Our stupid politicians would rather worry about, violent video games. Ooh, scary shit. Instead of fixing the roadways in a proper way so people don't have to spend half their lives commuting back and forth to Long Island. I was just telling Anthony, you got Manhattan.
Yeah.
A lot of people live on Long Island. A lot of people live in Jersey. A lot of people live, like, in Westchester County. All those other roads, besides the roads out to Long Island, after rush hour, they're clear. They're fine.
Yeah.
They got it figured out. Long Island, they spent, 10 years, trying to improve the commute, and it's still a complete nightmare.
Yeah.
Complete. You understand, in this day and age, if you work, during rush hour, you're going to have some traffic. But there shouldn't be traffic after rush hour unless there's a 10-car pileup somewhere.
8:30.
8:30 at night, going back to Long Island from Manhattan, you should not be sitting in an hour's worth of traffic.
I hit the wall of taillights. And, there's no accident. No, nothing. It's just the way it is. It's just too many cars. And you sit there. Then eventually, it just goes away.
When are the politicians going to tackle that problem?
Never.
Why don't you start tackling real issues that concern us?
I don't know why it is. Is it some environmental thing? Is it some county by county thing?
It's too involved, is what it is.
Yeah.
The politicians would rather go after the easy targets. We all know that by now.
It's so easy.
A violent video game comes out. Ooh, we got to stop kids from playing that.
Ooh, get it off the shelves.
Because road rage, that's not a big issue.
You're talking people are really getting killed.
Right.
Not video game killed.
There's no real issue when you have to deal with road rage on a daily basis. Quality of life goes down because you're spending, twice as long on the road going home or coming to work.
And I was a raging. And then I finally, I check myself. I go, all right, hey, where are you going? Just settle down. Settle down, you. Because I'll start going crazy. I'll look, 10, 12 cars up and go, what? Why isn't he up on the guy's bumper?
Yeah.
There's 20 cars. And then there's the guy. This happened leaving New York. I decided to go home yesterday. I had the option at 11 o'clock when the show ended to sit in that office until 6:30 and then go to the gig that we had to go to last night. It lasted about 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, I sat there, listened to the incessant babble of our staff in the office and said, I got to get out of here. I've got to get out of here.
What were they talking about?
I don't know. You hear Ben does a little cackling. There's a lot of impressions of various people going on around here that aren't in the studio at the time or in the office. Some done very well, by the way. Some very funny, but I had to leave. I couldn't stay in there any longer. So I left. I was promptly greeted right out of the garage, my first right turn onto 57th Street, by what amounted to an 18 billion alarm fire on 57th Street. Fire trucks going to a building, shutting down 57th. That's okay. 57th, for those of you that know New York, isn't really a vital cross-town road.
I believe it's just kind of like a side street.
Oh, it's a side. It could be replaced by any of the streets around it. It's like the only 4-lane road in Manhattan. Just a mess. I had to divert and go off. It took me about 45 minutes just to get off of Manhattan. Now, mind you, that 45-minute ride in the morning, it's 3 minutes it takes me to get from the tunnel to the front door of this establishment. 3 minutes. 45 minutes it took. And then the expressway, always a mess. But got home because I had to jump my Escalade. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
The battery was
remember
dead.
that from yesterday, sure.
So I did that, and then I had to drive back in. It just... that's one of the pluses that you guys have of living in the city. That's one of the compromises I made living out on Long Island.
But see, maybe a lot of people forget, but I used to live out on Long Island, and I just had to give up. I had to give up.
You gave up.
I don't
want to.
I don't want to live in Manhattan. I don't.
No.
I'm a suburb guy.
But you have to.
I don't want to, but exactly, I have to. Because the commute finally got to me where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I just can't do it.
That's why I get made fun of a lot, which is fine. I come in the morning. There's no traffic really in the morning. And then at 11 o'clock, I am so out the door. Because I know, it sounds ridiculous, but by 11 o'clock, any later, you're going to get traffic.
Well, because
the lunchtime traffic starts.
Yeah, because we have this weird thing in New York City. We have a lunchtime, rush hour.
Rush hour. And it's caused by pedestrians. A lot of pedestrians that have no clue. Dude, I almost slammed into a woman. I'm very alert as to what is going on the sides of the road as I'm driving. I don't just look to the side. Every intersection I come up to, I slow down and I really give a good look before I go through it, even if the light's green. Because these fucking pedestrians, a woman actually had to grab another woman and pull her out of the way of my truck because she's on the cell phone crossing. I have a green light, which obviously means she has that red stop hand because, God forbid, it says, don't walk like the old days. Someone from a foreign land won't understand that. So it's got the big red hand, says stop. And she just walked right in my way. A woman, pulls her back. I was on the brakes already. I saw it coming. But that's the problem with the rush hour, lunchtime rush hour. Pedestrians that don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know you have 3 lanes sometimes on a roadway. 1 to go straight, 1 to make a right, 1 to make a left, 2 to make a right, 1 to go straight, whatever the combination is depending on the one-way streets in the area. There will be asshole pedestrians that will not be on the sidewalk waiting for their turn to cross. They step into one of those lanes and now completely turn a 3-lane road into a 2-lane road. And if I got to turn there, oh, does he get it from me? Not just a beep beep, but the window goes down and curses, racial epithets, I don't care what the fuck it is, get thrown out the window. And they get a stunned look on their face like, what? Why is he? What? Why? Because you're in the road.
Because you're the asshole
You're in
today.
the fucking road. I don't drive up on the sidewalk unless I have to. And I would never do it against the light. but these, they don't understand. It's the road. It's for the cars. Stay on the sidewalk until you get the little green walking guy, and then walk on the road. Don't stand in the fucking street. That's why we have a traffic problem in New York. It's a lot of it is based on a lot of cars that we have here, but a lot of it is also the fault of fucking pedestrians that don't know how to walk in this city. Angers me. But I got home, and then I came back here, got in a little early, because I left very early.
Yeah, well, you have no choice.
Yeah.
You have to pick your spots when you could get in and out of Manhattan.
Found a great bar over there on 54th and 9th, I think it was, Valhalla.
Valhalla, yeah.
Nice.
The corner there was nice.
All I did was I was walking by, I looked inside, I saw a wall of taps. Just a wall of taps, one of which, black, word Guinness written on it. Boom, I'm in there.
You were in.
In there. And it was this chick bartender with the giant tits. Just sitting there like every guy is just sitting gawking at her. And a couple of fans came in that were going to go to the show last night, so we were hanging out, drinking a couple of beers. So that was fun. Then we went to the gig.
The Hit Factory.
The Hit Factory.
Which was a complete waste of time.
It was
set up really badly.
Yeah, it was set up.
I know there's someone bummed out and rolling their eyes as they listen to this, but it really was set up badly.
Who cares if they're rolling their eyes? It was a fucking monumental waste of fucking time.
We're supposed to do an interview.
Jimmy's really not happy. We'll get into that in a second. And I don't blame him, actually.
Well, he shouldn't be.
I don't blame him. For some reason, people don't realize still that this radio show is 3 guys.
Yeah. It's 3 people.
It's 3 guys. It's called the Opie and Anthony Show just because it's been called that for many, many years. And let's be honest, Jimmy's leaving us eventually anyway, so what the hell?
But for the time being.
Why put his name on the billboard?
And if it's going to
time being.
But, I shouldn't even joke because Jimmy is this close to saying, go fuck yourself.
Dude, I got no
and he's
problem.
going to walk out.
I got no problem with a 2-person interview. I really don't. You know that. It's fine. But I wouldn't have wasted my time fucking showing up there. Right. I would have went to Jersey and done a motor vehicles thing for my sister that I was supposed to do instead of standing there like a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't set up right. Again.
Yeah, it was really a weird setup. I've never, in the 62 years of radio that I've been doing, Opie, I've never had an interview like that. It was just so odd.
It was really odd. To explain, we were interviewing the raconteurs, the raconteurs. First of all, this is Jack White's new band from the White Stripes, and he's awesome. He's absolutely awesome. We got to talk to him. He's a really down-to-earth, nice guy. And he's doing this new project without Meg, his partner there in White Stripes. And it's obviously a bunch of his pals from Detroit.
Yep.
That have done their own band thing, but these guys are all friends. It's pretty obvious, and they're like, all right, it's time to do a project together. I want to do something different. This is Jack White talking. I got these friends. Let's see what we could do. So the first mistake is they have the name of their band is either Raconteurs or Raconteurs. And I spent all day yesterday, the day before, and minutes before even talking to the band, trying to find out how you pronounce their name.
Yeah.
I was saying raconteurs all day. Don Wicklund says, no, it's raconteurs.
I thought it was raconteurs.
So I start the interview by saying, hey, let's welcome the raconteurs. They laughed at me. I'm like, oh, that's a great way to start an interview.
Oh, boy.
The band is laughing at me because they think I'm a dope because I don't know how to pronounce their name.
It's Raconteurs.
Is it Raconteurs?
I think it is.
Well, Don Wicklund said it's Raconteurs. I go, are you sure? Are you sure it's Raconteurs? Because I've been saying Raconteurs all day.
So what's wrong with the Who? That's easy.
Yeah, I don't...
Sabbath, if I may, Jimmy. That's easy.
In all fairness, yeah, I don't understand some of these bands that come up with these names that you're not really sure the pronunciation. I mean, we could get a whole list. There's a bunch of them out there. So,
we're supposed to do an interview with them, which is fine. Every interview we've ever done, and we did a lot, especially at AAF in Boston. Remember how many rock band interviews we did? And what would happen is you usually go back to their little green room, dressing room thing, sit down, or find some other place in the venue. You sit down, you all have microphones, and you kind of bullshit. You sit there, a couple of beers on the table. It's very rock and roll and backstage kind of thing.
Right.
Very cool vibe. That wasn't the case last night. The band comes out and stands in front of their instruments. They stand where they're going to play. The drummer is sitting at his kit. The other guys are standing by their microphones, holding their guitars, like they're going to start playing. We, Opie and I, no Jimmy, because there's only 2 mics, are standing in front of them.
No, Jimmy was there.
But
that's the problem. Jimmy was there, standing awkwardly against the wall, going, "What the fuck?"
No, Mike.
Because we have nobody that gets there first. Apparently, everybody just shows up. I don't know. We don't have people that work for the show that would look at stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess not.
Make sure. So me and Opie are standing there with mics in our hands,
awkwardly talking to Jack White.
The only 2 people really standing right in front of them. So picture a band. And you standing there like, "Hi, how are you guys doing?"
Well, the band is in like a power position because
absolutely.
They got their rock guitars.
Yeah.
The guy's behind the drum kit.
Yeah.
You know, Jack White's got a guitar strapped to him, and he's got the mic in front of him.
It's like us being here in front of our equipment. You know?
Yeah, it's a power position.
So it's very awkward. We're there with microphones. I felt like the guy that's given the mic in the audience of Oprah or something. I think what you did was bad, and you're a whore.
Well, we were standing there with mics, and we're just kind of awkwardly talking to them, and I kind of look to my right at Don Wicklund. I go, "So when is this start?" He goes, "Oh, we've already begun.
Yeah,
we're rolling tape."
Rolling tape.
I'm all right. I guess okay.
So
great.
Opie kicks it off with, "All right,
Opie and Anthony at the Hit Factory with the Raconteurs."
Because huddla huddla.
Because I right before we started, I'm like, "Are you sure it's Raconteurs?" Yes, I'm positive. Even though my instinct was that they have to be called the Raconteurs.
I didn't hear the question. I just knew it went wrong because I heard something like the laugh, and I said to Steve, "Did he say it wrong?" He went, "Yes, he did."
Yes,
I was standing next to Steve.
Dude, I'm not the only one. Everybody was walking around there going, "Is it the Raconteurs or the Raconteurs?" And then give me the sheet from yesterday because it was phonetically spelled out that would make you think it's Raconteurs.
But when you asked him about his previous
honestly,
band,
I don't even know if it's Raconteurs or Raconteurs.
When Opie did ask him about his previous band, the White Strips, that was a little bit of an awkward. No, you didn't.
Oh, God.
No, it's funny. As he said that joke a few minutes ago, I thought of that one and went, no. But you know what? It just the timing wasn't there because someone started talking.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It was such an
wasn't that bad.
It was such an awkward thing yesterday. I could have.
Okay.
But it was such an awkward setting. I could have easily said that.
Oh yeah, it was.
I know you guys are joking and all that, but I could have easily said that.
Horrid, awkward setting.
So now we're just standing in front of the band. They're 3-4 feet away. Everyone is standing, and now we attempt to do an interview, which, to be quite frank, was average at best.
It was like 5 minutes of, hey, what makes you get a whole band? You have so much success with White Stripes, and what's the difference? You got a lot more people. Is it hard to work with more people than just the 2 years? Blah, blah, blah. The basic. It wasn't like when we have guests in the studio, We like to get away from that. We get the basic info out, but we like to get away from it and have more of a hangout type atmosphere. It's not a straight go-ahead interview. We don't do straight-ahead interviews like, you turn on a rock station and hear the rock jock and he's got in-studio rock guests. It's the straight-ahead rock interview. That isn't us. We hang out. It's the way it's always been.
There was no way to be casual in that situation.
No, not in that situation. If we were sitting in the engineering room with some beverages, something, an atmosphere that was more conducive to just hanging out one-on-one as people, that would have been a lot easier to do than just us standing in front of a band.
Well, we just need people around us that know what they're doing. I mean,
that's a tough one.
That know what they're doing, because the setup last night was we were going to talk to the band for 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes, depending. Obviously, after 5 or 6 minutes, we're like, this is just...
play the music.
Play the music, because there's nothing good happening here. No. And then there was a 40-minute break, which proves to me that there was no reason for them to be standing in front of their instruments for the interview.
They didn't just start playing like we go, and here's the Racontarier.
Right. So when they put it together, it's going to sound cool in a way, because also I'm like, all right, let's hear some tunes or whatever, right? And then what you're going to hear when they throw it on XM, they're going to go right into music with an audience. But the reality is we taped the first segment by ourselves, standing in front of the band as they're standing in front of their instruments.
40 minutes.
And then they went back into their green room to hang for 40 minutes. So logically, I'm like, why don't we have people around us that understand this shit, where you would set up more of a studio situation, stools, take mics into the green room, whatever, get the interview done that way, and then they go on stage and play.
Although it was 40 hysterical minutes. But
why don't people have logic around here?
Have some, maybe their stools were ordered from the stool factory, and we didn't have any.
Right. Well, I want to apologize to Jimmy, because this is the God's honest truth, Jimmy. I saw a microphone. That's all I was thinking. I'm like, all right, I got a microphone. Anthony grabbed his mic. Stupid me, because I just think that people would take care of the basics. I didn't even think that you didn't have a microphone. I thought you were like kind of just, behind us with a microphone.
And you guys
I had no idea until it was over.
You guys aren't supposed to think of that. You guys got to think of interview questions. That's not what you're supposed to. You're supposed to be thinking of, how does this interview get done? You're not supposed to be thinking of, is the microphone there? That's what other people are supposed to be thinking of.
But why don't we have people around us like...
There was fucking 20 people there from XM.
Right. But why don't we have people around us that if... All right, it's called Opie and Anthony, whatever. But if they see Jimmy... Why can't we have a guy that goes, oh, okay, Jimmy
Jimmy needs a mic.
Yeah, maybe they weren't sure Jimmy was coming. I don't know. But I honestly, you should just assume every single fucking time and have 3 things there always. And if he doesn't show because he's doing something else or whatever, then fine. But at least you're ready for it.
If we are going to be doing something...
And Jimmy was walking around. He was in the green room with us for easily a half hour, 40 minutes before we did this interview. So that gives people enough time around us to go, all right, Jimmy's here, so that means 3 people. So let me double check to make sure there's 3 mics. It blows my mind that there's no logic around us, that people can't problem solve and make sure things are set before we do it. Not one person came to us. Not one person came to us and said how the interview was going to take place. Stupid me once again. I'm going to call myself stupid. I just assumed we were going to sit down in a green room with, comfortable chairs or stools and talk to the band for 15 minutes. Stupid me. I didn't feel like I needed to ask what was the interview setup going to be like.
Yeah. That's what I thought. And
then I was stunned when they walked out and stood behind their instruments. Because when I was pulling my mic, I was still thinking, well, there's probably other mics around, and maybe we'll sit around the floor or something. I don't know.
Yeah. We've done how many of these types of interviews, Opie? How many band interviews did we do over our long, illustrious career?
Can't even really count.
So many, and never, ever like that. They've always been done very comfortably and very socially, Not like the band setting up ready to play, you standing in front of them like an audience member kind of thing that's getting the opportunity to ask questions. It was like some kind of a college thing where they have a Q&A afterwards. That's what it felt like.
College.
Where here's a mic. Ask your favorite rock star a question.
And the band seemed like they were cool and they were willing to talk, but for them it was awkward because what Jack White even once said, "Let me go grab my guitar so I have something to hold on to." The only reason he grabbed his guitar,
because he felt awkward.
He felt weird standing there with his arms at his side, standing at his microphone.
Whoever produces for XM, I have no idea, and I'm not
spin the wheel. Who knows?
I have no idea. They just flat out don't know what they're doing. Flat out don't know what they're doing. Because then it's like we didn't even introduce the band. They played five or six songs from their new project. Don't know the names of any of the songs or anything.
No.
So you're going to hear an interview by Ant and I that's average at best. It didn't stink, but it was just there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the band's just going to play.
That's it.
With
That's
no
what
real
you get.
interaction between the songs to tell the people what they're hearing or anything. Maybe in post-production they'll figure something out. I don't know. But to not have a microphone for Jimmy, I don't even know what to say anymore. It's so stupid.
This is what makes me. It just makes me fucking so irritated. It's not. I couldn't believe me if it was. They said, "Look, they're just going to do this interview." These guys, okay. I had to go into fucking Jersey because I had to turn my title to my old car over to my sister because I accidentally wrote my last name instead of her married name, and I tried to white it out on the title.
I've done that
and
before.
Jersey won't accept that.
And that suck.
Yeah, it's my own stupidity, and I blamed her ex-husband. I'm like, he's dumb, and she's like, well, he said you did it. I'm like, oh my God, I did do it. I thought it was him the whole time. Fucking stupid Charlie, and it was me. So anyway, I'm going to go to Jersey, and this fucking monumental waste of time. And we had enough people there from here, our own people, that could have just fucking saved me that trouble, and I would have just went into Jersey and not dealt with that shit.
Yeah.
Going to Jersey?
And like I said, Jimmy, I apologize. I just assumed you had a mic and you weren't talking, and then when I turned around and it was done, and I saw Jimmy's face, and then realized he wasn't holding anything, I'm like, oh shit.
But dude, you guys aren't supposed to think of that. It's true. You guys are not supposed to.
I know, but all I'm saying is, if I saw that as it was going down, I would just stop and say, look, you know, he's part of the show. He needs a freaking microphone. That's like Radio 101.
The only thing I could come up with, in anyone's defense, is that Jimmy's mic was in Jack White's pants.
Holy shit, that's the first thing I noticed.
Pretty much the only excuse that would be legitimate, because what the hell was going on?
Did I comment to you as soon as you walked in? Okay.
As soon as you walked in, Jimmy's like, look at the size of his cock.
Look at his package. You could not notice it.
Couldn't not notice it. He was wearing very tight pants. I didn't think he was that tall. He's a very tall guy.
The guy could kick some ass. It's pretty obvious.
And just, I don't know what was going on in there. I thought Ben was actually in his pants, which would have been quite ironic.
It was like, hey, Bruce Dickinson poster. Hey, Robert Plant. I'm fucking... It was really...
He was going for that rock and roll star shot, wasn't he?
Dude, he has to wear a cock ring or something like that to showcase. Look, I have a penis. They never fucking bulge like that unless you position them.
There's something going on there.
It's not healthy.
So... And, you know, we want to do more of these things.
Yes, of course.
This was set up by the arch enemy, Steve Kingston. And it was the first project we've done with him ever. And it didn't go too well, I got to tell you. So, you know, hopefully as we get more of these opportunities,
we live and learn.
Hopefully we'll figure it out. Hopefully.
We'll live and learn. The fact that we got them was very cool. The Hit Factory, just being there, the history, that was very cool.
Lennon recorded Double Fantasy there.
Yeah.
We were walking around, I saw a piano, and I'm like, what are the odds? And Jimmy, you guys were laughing at me. I'm like, what? He could have done Imagine on that thing.
That thing's in 20,000 pieces, sold all over the planet.
I was going to take like a screwdriver and take a key.
Done. That piano is gone. But full of history.
Paul Simon did Graceland there.
Yeah, very cool to be in there.
Songs in the Key of Life. A little album by Stevie Wonder was done there.
Done there, too?
Mm-hmm. Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
A lot of history.
And the Stones recorded their Disaster Emotional Rescue. In that fine...
Sold a lot, though.
In that fine studio. Not one of their biggest albums, though.
But, yeah, a lot of that. It was just the fact that interview part was awkward. The fact that we were able to get that together and everything was pretty cool, but we got to work on that.
We got to work on a lot of things. It's just so frustrating. You know that yesterday we celebrated a year and a half at XM on air. We started a year and a half ago yesterday, and we still got basic problems. Radio 101 type problems.
Yeah.
Basic logic that people just don't have.
Well, there is a transition between a business that's, selling widgets or whatever it is, and a company that is selling entertainment. And, there are certain aspects of it that are still, in the selling equipment portion, where now I think more importantly is the entertainment. And they are getting people that are more entertainment-oriented. It's just got to, it's got to work out.
Right.
It didn't see much conversing going on between you and Steve Kingston last night.
Well,
he was actually, it seemed to me, there was an avoiding thing going on. He spoke to Steve C.
Bring Steve C. in here. Why don't you explain Kingston? Because, we do every day we have new listeners.
Steve Kingston worked over at K-Rock in New York, the Howard Stern flagship station. He was the program director over there.
And when we got fired out of Boston, we came to New York. We had two opportunities, one at K-Rock, which was run by Steve Kingston, and one at WNEW, where we ended up going, unfortunately, because at the time, both stations wanted us. They were owned by the same company. The company, after we interviewed with both stations, said, you guys decide where you want to go.
Where do you want to go, NEW or K-Rock?
And we figured K-Rock was the perfect fit for us because we worked at WAAF in Boston that played the same exact music. So we're we could step right into our old jobs, basically, in a bigger market. This is a no-brainer. And NEW was just a complete and utter mess.
Yeah.
So we and Kingston, and that's what's weird. Our relationship with Kingston started off great. We interviewed with him, and we're like, yeah, we can work for this guy. And so we told our agent to tell Kingston and K-Rock we're going to go there. And I was told that Kingston found the news out while he was at dinner and actually jumped up and down in a restaurant screaming and yelling like he won a lottery. He was so excited to have us.
Yeah.
And then 2 days go by, and we haven't heard from Steve Kingston or K-Rock. We never heard from him again. That's key to this story. After him wanting us so bad. Never heard from him again, which pisses me off to this day. Didn't have the balls to, personally call us, even though I was talking to him on the phone prior. And just told our agent, we've decided to pass on those guys. So there was some kind of corporate company thing going on that we weren't privy to.
Then we were exiled to NEW.
Exiled to NEW, which, we were very...
We did well, but boy, that station stunk on ice.
We were very successful over there, but it was a real pain in the ass.
Yeah. And during our tenure over at NEW, everything we tried to do, as far as bands were concerned especially, was just undermined by Steve Kingston. He was a vicious competitor, I will say that, but we were working for the same company. That's the difference. If he was working for, let's say, Clear Channel,
then you
and
gotta
he's
respect
pulling
that.
the same shenanigans, you'd be like, you were a motherfucker, man, but I got to tell you, what a competitor. But we're working for the same company.
Right.
So that's what made it so odd, and that's where the bad blood came from. We should have been able to have on who we wanted. Obviously, Howard wasn't having a problem getting his guests. Let us do our show. Same company. But, that's where the bad blood came from.
And we found out from multiple sources that he was the guy that was cockblocking us and making sure bands weren't coming over.
Yeah, he was going to record companies.
The important bands that they were playing at the time.
Yeah.
We got the crappy bands. Woohoo!
Oh, did we get them? But that's what was going on. So there was a problem there. Now he works here, and last night was really the first face-to-face we had
in 8 years.
And
the first time we talked to him in 8 years.
And I will say, there was some of the most vicious dialogue going back and forth during the time we were on the air. Between everybody involved. Just vicious, horrid, awful things were said. It's just terrible.
I believe we said something that we, jerked off to his wife's voice every morning.
It was typical. What it was typical O&A. It was very bad. Both barrels. Shoot us with a pea shooter. We come back with a howitzer kind of a thing,
At least you guys had the fucking balls to say it on the air and your real names, and you didn't hide behind some fucking corporate nonsense. At least you said it.
Oh, we said it all right. Awful. So last night, first face-to-face, and I guess Steve C. was one of the first people
Steve C. ended up working for
approached
Kingston, and then we got fired.
Right.
Yeah.
We got fired. Everyone got flushed out the toilet of NEW that had any involvement with us.
Except Steve. Yeah,
except Earl Douglas, because he's black, and they needed a black guy.
Right.
For the equal opportunity employment. And Steve C., because he's a sexy man.
I certainly.
I don't know what it was. Steve
I know
was
what it was.
more
I know exactly
production.
what it was. Yeah.
He had his official job title was
production.
The production director, excuse me, but he was working for us all the time.
Yeah,
but he wasn't officially part of our crew.
No.
So it was a little technicality that allowed
he
him
kept his job
to slide through, which I don't think he was happy about because he was in hell after we left.
Oh. Yeah. The station turned into, I don't know what kind of format, 20 different formats.
Yeah, 2 years of a bunch of different formats, and Ope's right. It was...
Some idiot came up with something called Blink. Oh, what a retard.
What? That has got to be. It's the worst thing I've ever heard of.
Oh, sorry, Elo.
I blinked. No, it couldn't have been Elo. He's fronting for somebody. He couldn't have done something that dumb.
You get Elo on the phone, though, he'll deny that he was actually the guy.
Of course he will. I was not him.
It sounds just like him, too. Blink and you miss it. Oh, we love it.
What? Yeah. Like your barber?
Honestly, the concept wasn't that bad. The execution was horrendous. Because they wanted to be a gossip type of station and stuff, but they weren't willing to give you the real gossip. It was like PC gossip. It was just...
Yeah, it was like awful Entertainment Weekly kind of.
They wanted to do...
It could have worked.
They wanted to do, and this is a quote, Inside Edition and Access Hollywood on the radio.
Right.
Now, mind you, Inside Edition and Access Hollywood can't do 22 minutes a day, can barely do 22 minutes a day with video. How is a station going to do it 24/7?
They should have just lied about people.
Of course.
Like a current affair kind of thing.
Right.
Be mean-spirited and just lie about people.
Well, they
J-Lo has the AIDS. We'll tell you about it. Well, something like that.
What kind? Well, let me ask you something, Hef. What kind of?
Yeah, really.
Can I feel the material?
Yes, you may.
Steve's wearing.
It's very shiny.
Wow, that is shiny.
That fucking shirt is enragingly awful.
I'm so glad you dislike it.
I'm so pissed those are artificial flames.
Did you just get back from Tokyo?
I know, this is very kimono-ish.
He's like that white businessman that's just trying to fit in Tokyo.
They walk on your back there. It's amazing.
Right.
I have to find these shirts on eBay. I can't find these anywhere else.
I found my feet.
It's a shiny, red, silky-feeling shirt. It really is. It's like a short-sleeve robe shirt. That's exactly what
with
it's
embroidered flames on it.
You found that on eBay?
I did.
You sure it wasn't e-gay?
E-gay, just one letter.
I'll double check.
It's too shiny, Steve.
Oh, it's great. I love the way these shirts feel.
And I'm aware that I'm Steve. Yeah. It's very Steve. Steve has a fashion sense all to his own.
Yes, it's called awful.
Yeah,
thank you.
Whatever it's called, it's his.
That's right. It's mine.
Anyway, so Steve had the first real face-to-face
with Kingston
last night.
So
and how did that go for you?
He was a lot more mellow than I remember him ever being.
Now you kept in touch with us. Steve kept in touch with us during the time we were fired, and Steve still worked there. Steve was one of our so-called spies a little bit, he kept his job, but he would tell us, oh my God, you should see what's going on over there. This one's out the door. This one's Steve Kingston's pulling his hair out of his head. He's throwing things. It's hysterical.
Right.
Well, I mean,
it's not like people didn't know that I knew you guys.
Yeah.
I was around because of a technicality. Well, we really got to get rid of this guy. Well, you can't just fire the production guy because he's friendly with Opie and Anthony. That was exactly the reason that I was still there. And, I was doing my job and I was doing it well and I didn't get fired. So, so I stayed there through all those format changes. And, Kingston, I talked to him last night and he was very friendly. He was extremely friendly, extremely nice. And I got to be honest, outside of the work environment and even when I was there, he was very pleasant and a very nice guy. And I was at his house in Jersey and he was, a very cool guy. His family's nice, but at work, what's that?
Maybe.
That's right. Blue.
But at work, it was at that fucking debacle of a station. It was not fun.
So you came up to us though and said he was a little nervous.
Yeah, he was. I told him not to be, but he was just
a little nervous that he was going to finally see us for the first time in 8 years after all the bad blood.
It was a lot of bad blood going on, and he had kind of gotten away twice with passing us by, just missing by a doorway, just kind of waiting till we were over, and I don't know if it was on purpose or anything, over in one area.
God, come
and
on.
and then he
Were you
walks
born
out
yesterday?
another area.
There's a whole avoidance thing going
there's
on.
avoidance
from
thing.
both sides, and I'm in a little like room that's right outside the studio where the Rackin' Tires were going to perform, and all of a sudden Ben's to my left and starts his cackle. And he kind of looks toward the doorway, and all I saw was E-Rock. I'm like, all right, yeah, we can make fun of E-Rock some more. I mean, that's what I thought he was getting
Ben's
at.
favorite things to do.
That's what I thought he was getting at, but it turns out that Kingston was sneaking through that area as fast as possible.
He snuck through to the hallway.
And that's when you chased him down.
Well, he ran, it kind of walked at a quick pace down the hallway, and that's when I yelled, "You're going to avoid us all night, you hump?" And he turned around and looked, and then I walked down the hallway, shook his hand, and said, what's up? And, kind of broke the ice a little bit, because it was a little awkward if we were going to have to avoid him the whole night. He set the thing up, we're there, and, he's sneaking around, and we're sneaking around. It's just it's a little awkward.
And it's unavoidable. We're going to be working together, and, he's got obviously the really good connections with the labels and stuff, and, he could bring some pretty cool music guests to our program. But
so we shook hands, very quickly changed the subject to flying, flying in small aircrafts with Lee. And that was, the extent of the conversation, pretty much. Nothing about the good old days or anything, but a little icebreaker, so we didn't have to, avoid each other or anything like that. So that was, my first meeting with him in 8 years. And then I guess an hour later,
easily an hour later, I'm on a leather couch getting ready to just kind of check out the Rackin' Tars. Thanks for helping me out with the name of the band, you fuckers. And I'm sitting next to Lindsay, and all of a sudden I look up, and he's standing there with a glass of wine. He goes, "Hey." Yeah. Hi, Steve. I'm like, and then he goes, How was your vacation? I'm like, it was great. And I see he's drinking wine. I go, how's the wine? He goes, it's good. You want some? I'm like, nah. And then I go, this is my girlfriend, Lindsay. This is Steve Kingston. They shake, say hi, and then I just continue to stare at where
stared away
at where the Rackin' Tires were going to perform.
Rackin'
That was pretty much it, really.
That was it. Little ice.
How was your vacation?
Yeah.
Drinking wine.
How's your vacation?
Here's my girlfriend.
Good. Remember the time you fucked us over with Green Day? That would have been a good one.
Right.
How was your vacation? Great, good weather. Hey, remember when you ass-fucked us with Green Day?
Remember when you told Matt and Trey not to go on our program?
That was a good one.
After we had a great relationship with those guys?
Okay, then. Nice to meet you. Good to see you guys again.
Remember when you told Buck Cherry to make believe they were sick so they couldn't come in and do an interview after we were promoting a rock show on Long Island?
But then they played that night.
And then they played that night, and we had to sit around awkwardly because we wanted to punch Buck Cherry in the face.
Yeah.
For not having the balls to come on our show anyway.
Remember that time we gave away the information on one of your secret concerts and you ripped a gold record off the wall and threw it? One of my personal favorites.
So I guess there was some ice breaking going on.
Yeah, there's some ice breaking. Hey,
very awkward, but there was some ice breaking.
The guy's a fierce competitor. Working for XM now, I think only good could come of it. That's what I think. I think if he takes some of the shit he dealt out to us and deals it out to an enemy, I think it'd be pretty good.
We'll have to wait and see.
We'll see.
We'll have to wait and see. So, but there you have it. There's the story from the Hit Factory last night with Jack White's brand new band, the Rackin' Tours. Rackin' Tours.
How do you spell the last part of it?
EURS.
I believe it's tours.
Probably Rackin' Tours.
Rackin' Tour.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It is an oldie word.
Because as far as my English studies go, that's how I would pronounce that word. But I was told last minute, no, I'm sure it's the Rackin' Tours.
Isn't it someone who tells interesting stories or humorous anecdotes?
Something like that.
A raconteur. Yes, I do believe.
A lot of people saying we got to get Kingston on the air. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah,
I don't
why not?
think he has the balls to call the show, though. To be honest with you.
Jesus, let the guy settle in. Know what kind of abuse he'd take just being on the air of this show. So
I wasn't mean to him. I didn't feel like talking to him.
No,
I was polite.
you were
Cordial.
You were cordial yet cold. Is how I would put it.
Yeah. All right. The Raconteurs at the Hit Factory. We got a little taste of what they did for everybody. Because a lot of people did want to go to this thing yesterday, and I guess we only had 20 people?
Yeah.
It looked like a lot more than 20. We're checking out the band.
They're all in our way.
Steady as She Goes. This is
That's the single.
This is the single from the Raconteurs, I guess. This was recorded last night at the Hit Factory.
Thank you.
It was Whip 'em Out Wednesday, so I flashed some guy on the Long Island Expressway. He was involved in a 7-car pileup. There was blood and carnage everywhere. But my tits looked great.
Please, wow responsibly. A public service announcement of the Opie and Anthony Show.
I was in Boston.
The Opie and Anthony Show is returning to Boston this month for a special Marathon Monday broadcast.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Join Opie, Anthony, Jim Norton, and the O&A Show crew Monday, April 17th for a live broadcast from Bill's Bar on Lansdowne Street. Special guests to be announced.
The celebration will commence promptly at 8 o'clock in the morning and continue until the beginning of the 11th hour ante-meridium. No, Steve, I'm not going to say fantastic. Find another way to end it.
21 and older. Doors open at 7:30 a.m. First come, first serve, so get there early.
It's going to be fantastic.
See, Fan, Travis is a team player.
Nice, Jimmy. Good order right there. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony program on XM Satellite Radio. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday, isn't it? We're up to Wednesday already? It's Hump Day. Shut up. We love the WOW. We love the WOW. I saw a lot of WOW stickers yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm starting to see more and more. I'm starting to see the new ones, which is kind of cool.
The XM ones, right.
You always see the old school WNEW WOW stickers in the New York area.
All covered with soot.
But now I'm starting to see the brand new XM Satellite Radio WOW stickers. Go to opieandanthony.com to get your WOW stickers. Self-addressed stamped envelope will get the job done. Basically, you get the WOW on your car, and there's girls out there that will flash you when they see the WOW. They love to flash. as they're driving around.
On Whip 'em Out Wednesday, and of course, I love it right here on our own Pal Talk.
Yeah,
we're getting wowed. But maybe I shouldn't talk about Pal Talk. I don't know. There was this 10-page thread on Whackbag. Pal Talk. They talk about it too much. What do you think? Yeah, I think they talk about it too much. Too much.
Can I start a thread on there?
Please.
My thread's going to be, do you think they talk about dumb things a little too much on this message board?
I got into that thread last night and was like, you got to be shitting me. There are people that are arguing, complaining that we talk about Pal Talk too much. We, first of all, barely talk about it. We talk about it when something happens on it, which is rare. Most of the time it's just us on camera. There were people complaining about it that don't even have it. They're like, yeah, I don't like when they talk about it because I don't have it, and, I don't need to just look into the studio anyway. And meanwhile, they have no idea that they're hearing stuff that's going on during commercial breaks, which sometimes is funny, sometimes informative, sometimes we don't remember to shut the thing off. There's just shit going on.
Which could lead to huge rumors that start.
Right, that start, and we have to watch ourselves. But just the argument, if you don't like it or don't want it, you just don't get it. But the fact that, people, they spend too much time talking about it. Yeah, I am. There's beautiful girls showing their tits on it.
Because they love flashing us on the Pal Talk.
It's wonderful.
Especially on Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Right, on a Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
They're in the spirit of things. So,
of course.
There you go.
And was that too much?
I don't know, but make sure you get a wow on your car or your truck. You can get the homemade wow signs. You can ride in the dirt in the back of the trucks, but it's happening all over America. We have a wow line, right? Do we go to the wow line every once in a while? I'm assuming, because I don't get to hear the commercial breaks because we're too busy, gossiping and taking leaks and getting coffee orders.
I listen on the replay and I hear some of the commercial things and I just start laughing. Like that last one that was playing with Jimmy's acting.
Yeah, for the wow.
I will not do that, Steve. Jimmy's horrific acting is just the best thing, and I crack up laughing.
Well, it's a Wild Bill production.
Wild Bill production.
Good old intern Bill wrote another piece, another promo.
We had to turn down one of his scripts last night. One of his scripts was turned down last night. It was too much. Too much of a situation that should not be addressed too much.
At this time.
At this time, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
I have to back up a second and say something about the Pal Talk and the message boards. I love Whackbag, but no one on Whackbag ever posted that we talk about Whackbag too much. And the message boards have taken a little bit of a hit, maybe because people are more in the rooms than they are on the message boards.
Yeah.
But what's the thing about this Pal Talk or any type of a video thing is it's more you have to look and say things. I mean, a lot of people don't do it on cam.
Yeah.
But if you have the balls to cam up and say what you want to say, well, that's a lot better than hiding.
It's a little more accountability.
Than hiding in anonymity. And people shit on Dugout Doug, and he certainly is a boob to be reckoned with. But you know what?
Complete ass.
Fucking Dugout Doug always shows his face.
Yeah.
He always says, he never hides behind, you understand what I mean? It's like, I don't know. That's the only thing, and this is all message boards. The only thing I don't like about them is the way they languish in anonymity without the fucking balls to show their face. So if people are going to argue in a message board chat room like this, which is basically what it is, a message board with video cameras.
There was somebody last night that posted, and this got me to post. I wasn't even going to post, but this one got me where I had to, and it said that the Pal Talk people, pretty much, I'll sum it up, pathetic, no lives. Spending all their time talking to little square people that they think that are their friends. It was that theme was the whole thing on Whackbag. And I had to post, I said, coming from somebody with 3,040 posts here on Whackbag. Dude, the guys bashing Pal Talk had over 3,000 posts on Whackbag. I said, maybe you should shut your yap about what people are doing on the internet and with the type of people that makes them.
Did he have a picture of his real face? I don't even know who he means.
No,
of course not.
No.
God forbid people should fucking... And I don't know why that's such a big sticking point with me, but man, when people say shit as who they are, I have so much more respect for them than when they fucking hide behind a name that is not theirs and no accountability.
Look, what we do pretty much makes it forces us to show who we are.
Yep.
They know who we are and what we're saying, and we're accountable for it. And then it's so easy to see somebody with like 2 posts because they just signed on under some assumed name with no picture to just, bash the shit out of you and then go away.
Because they just won't show their face. It's just such a faggot's way of doing it.
It really takes whatever point they're trying to make and flushes it right down the toilet, because if you're not willing to back it up with who you are, then how much can you really believe in it?
And I'm not addressing any particular issue. I'm actually just generalizing.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking of one.
Those 20 issues a week that come up that people do that.
All those posts about Eric and how he sucks, I'm tired of them.
Right.
Hey, while we're backing up, can we back...
And Than, put your face on those posts.
Can we back up even further?
Ooh, let's go. Reverse.
Sure.
The Raconteurs at the Hit Factory.
Enough about the moose.
Enough about the Raconteurs.
Would you forget the Raconteurs, Arthur?
I must have hated those Raconteurs.
Pronunciation key, Raconteur, right? It would be Raconteur, according to the fine internet.
The always accurate internet.
Maybe Wicklund was right and the band says it wrong.
Huh?
Maybe Wicklund was right, Turs, and the band says it wrong.
Well,
yeah.
Still don't have an answer.
Possibly not, as I stand there with no mic and he's snapping photos. Good.
Good. You really got to speak up, Jimmy.
No,
you really do. I always come across as the bad guy, but the heat coming off you last night, you got to address it. I'm telling you.
Well,
you were so pissed off.
In the moment, you can't.
And then people are listening to the show going, of course Opes got to babble about this. But I'm sticking up for Jimmy this time. He was livid.
I would rather
The only reason he stuck around was to hopefully get a picture with Jack White.
And also, I didn't want to fucking walk out in the middle of it. That's just tacky. I wanted to wait till the interview was done.
Yeah, but you were leaning up against the wall, I heard, just kind of hanging out.
Well, out of the way. I mean, again, it's... Once that was done, whatever, I left. That had to be done after. The interview you guys are doing, it's, take care of business first.
Ugh. All right. Well, part of the deal with the whole Hit Factory Raconteurs, Jack White's new band, was that we would get to play a recording of one of the songs they did last night, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, well, at least we got... an exclusive. We got some live Raconteurs. They really haven't even toured yet. They played one show, I think, over in Europe, and they're playing New York, I think, this weekend? Sold out in like 30 seconds.
Yeah. It was an exclusive.
So this is a very cool thing to have. Mm-hmm. Jack White has a brand new band, and we got a live recording.
Yeah.
And that was part of the deal. Like, you guys will get to play one of the songs they played last night on your fine radio show, blah, 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 giving you a little heat, right? So we go to break all confident, like, well... we talked about all the troubles we had last night, but at least we got this fine recording.
At least we have a song.
Which makes it all worthwhile.
If one good thing could come out of the experience last night, it will be an exclusive song.
Did anyone else out there notice that we had to fade out the exclusive song?
Yeah, did you notice?
We weren't giving you a piece. We were going to give you the whole song.
As the...
sometimes it's cool to play a song on this show.
As the song slowly sunk into a giant Maxwell House can.
Well, it started off okay.
Yeah.
And then what? The bass dropped out?
Totally.
And then everything dropped out. Like it sounded like it was being played through a cell phone. Or, I don't know.
Yeah, it was like all of a sudden, the mic thought, cell phone. Just get a cell phone on it. That's all we need.
And we point out our faults because there's nothing else we could do. Because if we don't, we look like complete assholes.
Yes, we do.
At least if we goof on ourselves, maybe it helps us a bit.
Right.
We are so pathetic. So it started off nice.
Thank
you. This is from last night. Steady as she goes, right?
I'm hearing some bottom end on this.
The Raconteurs. So far, so good, right? So far, so good.
Your friends are so king in a single life. You have too much to think, now you need a wife. Steady as she comes, steady as she goes. Steady as she goes.
No bass.
Well, here we go again. You found yourself a friend that knows you well.
Now the vocals are starting to squeeze into.
What you do, you always feel as though you just got
And now it's just transistor radio.
Listen to this.
This is how Grandpa used to listen to the Mets.
Here we are, the show you love. You can't even get this right.
Oh, it just got worse. How bad does it get?
Now it sounds like Jack White is holding his nose. Listen.
Yeah. It's getting worse and worse. How great is this? Can it get to the point where we just don't hear it anymore? Where dogs start tilting their heads?
We haven't touched the volume or anything.
No, nothing's
This is the
been
actual
touched.
recording that was handed to us to play on our show.
It sounds like the XM traffic channels.
Listen to this. We haven't touched the volume. We haven't done anything. This is the actual recording.
We're down to ping, ping. Oh my. Is that a symbol?
There's still a minute left on the song, by the way. This isn't a fade out.
This
Oh,
right
is
here,
that funny?
This is what Ben hears every minute of every day.
It's now just a hiss.
30 seconds left in the song. This is not a fade out.
Daddy.
There it is, the hiss.
And that was the fade. Right
How
there.
does something degrade like that so slowly? Like, doesn't something usually just cut off? Like, someone would have to screw with a fader or something has to degrade.
Know why this is so brilliant on our part?
By the way, that song is fantastic just the way it is.
And that was actually that sounded like an audio recording of Steve Martin's movie career.
Know why that is so brilliant on our part? Because we just went off on a rant about Radio 101, how the people around us lack logic.
Right.
And then you got people, and I know, they're rolling their eyes like, here go Open Ann again, talking to bed about
Prima
this and that,
donnas.
blah, 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 right? So then the next thing we do after that rant is like, well, at least we got this.
At least we can play
At least
a
we
song.
got this. And then it goes on to prove exactly what we just said to everybody.
That's
Why
funny.
wouldn't this be checked to the point to make sure the fucking thing plays through?
Oh, my God, is that great?
I am speechless. I really am.
It's fucking mind-boggling.
It's just ridiculous. That was part of the deal. We would get a nice recording of them doing, the first single, Steady As She Goes.
And I kind of like the beginning of that.
It's a great 30-second song.
I would have liked to have heard the rest of that, but
there you go. Because I know there are some people, they know who they are. They're rolling their eyes because we're bitching and complaining.
God damn, I've never heard a song. Ever see a fucking song come apart like that?
The
way the gook sings.
He's singing at you, man.
There you
Let's
go.
sing it for Manny.
Sal.
I don't even know why the listeners listen to us.
Beyond me.
I don't understand myself because we can't get anything right.
Want to see if Short Arms should get me a fucking...
There it goes.
Maybe a nice fork.
Steady as she goes right into the door. Nice throw, Opie.
The intern went and got me like coffee and a muffin, which was very nice, but he didn't get me a fork. Probably because he would poke his eye every time he leaned in to grab a fork out of that bin.
He's goofing on his little arms. Look how short.
He's got little arms.
Yeah. He probably kept hitting his little forehead on the napkin dispenser. No one would help him.
So there you go. There you go. Another Opie and Anthony disaster.
Exclusive disaster.
It's just terrific. Just terrific. Wonderful. Radio.
What did Jimmy get?
I had a medium iced latte.
Well, what's in the bag?
It's a low-fat cinnamon muffin.
Why? Let me look at it.
That looks good. Look at that.
Oh, my God. I need one immediately.
But that's not low fat.
It's lower fat than normal.
It's lower fat.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I want some sugar.
It's still fatty stuff.
I need one, and I have no money on me. Someone, make it work. Make it up. Opie.
All right, I'll give you money.
I had to borrow $20 from Keith last night to get my car out of parking.
I got money.
I have not been to the...
Hey, the pictures are up
ATM.
from last night's Hit Factory disaster, by the way?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You go to opieanthony.com. Yeah, you can see us standing awkwardly trying to talk to the band. And oh, wow, yeah. I didn't know you had all the pictures up already. Cool. Anyway, there you go.
Steady as she goes.
So, just in case some of the staff thought we were bitching too much, well, we just proved our point with that recording.
There you go.
There you go.
I'd love to know what happened there.
I don't know. Maybe Steve could give us an explanation.
I'd love to know who thinks that we're bitching too much.
Huh?
I'd love to know who thinks that you're bitching too much or we're bitching too much. I'd love to know.
You know. You know.
You know you.
You know. People that have no idea that they're incompetent. Right? Those are the ones that, think you bitch too much, are the ones that they have no idea they're incompetent.
Yeah.
Think about it. Makes sense to me.
I guess it's fair that they wouldn't have much of an idea. If you're incompetent, you pretty much don't know it.
If you're incompetent...
You can't go, wow, am I incompetent, or else you'd fix it.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So you're just incompetent.
Am I telling a lie?
Skip through
Jimmy,
life with your shoelaces untied.
No, because you could be incompetent and know it and be incapable of fixing it, mouthful of food.
All right.
A lot of people saying that have been done intentionally. Maybe the band didn't want a live recording of the song out, but that's not the point I'm making.
So the sound guy gets the beginning good and then slowly turns it into a hissy mess.
But why? Not one guy around here or not one guy down at the studio
knew that
would let us know that this is exactly what happened. I was handed that song saying, here you go, here's a nice recording of one of the songs they did last night at the Hit Factory. That's all I knew. And I assumed, stupid me, once again, that it would be fine all the way through.
Is there a studio version of that?
Yeah, XM's been playing it like crazy.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
I'm sure it's being played on Ethel.
Just wondering if we should have downloaded it illegally and played it.
Well, no, that's the studio version.
Yeah,
though.
I got
mean, we had a nice live recording.
Yes,
it's always
we
cool
did.
to hear live recordings. Not always,
right up until it hisses.
All right, we have breaking news with Katie Couric. Yeah, she is leaving the Today Show.
Katie Couric is leaving the Today Show. She's going to CBS. She's going to be the anchor.
Yeah.
History-making anchor.
Yeah.
Of the news.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful.
Ugh.
I don't think she's got what it takes to be an anchor.
What, she can't
National
read?
Anchor. Shouldn't have that trust factor, the dignity that it takes. She's done too many goofy things on the Today Show to gain the respect that it takes. Someone like Tom Brokaw was a great national anchor. Couldn't speak worth a shit, but at least, he didn't do anything. I'm here with giant sunglasses on my head. I'm here dressed as Halloween. I am dressed like Elvira, and the black guy on the show is just like a California raisin. And I'm just having a pisser over here. You never saw him doing that. There's plenty of clips of Katie looking like an idiot for the Today Show. It's not like she can just now step into the role of anchor.
You are so right. And,
Thank you.
And you know what sucks about that? The other
We'll
networks...
never, ever be anchors.
Well, that's fine. But the other networks don't have the balls to just, like, get a whole montage of her looking completely ridiculous.
Oh, imagine that.
And going,
NBC,
and
ABC.
Going, here's our anchor, and you show him all respectable with his suit on and his voice and blah, blah, blah. And this is what the other guys have. And just have a montage of her being dumb.
Dressed up like
do you think they have the balls to do like a smear campaign?
When she dressed like Matt Lauer and Matt dressed like Katie.
Right.
Yeah, show that clip.
Right.
And then show, Brian Williams.
With his fucking Mr. Potato Face. But Brian Williams' face does not line up properly. His eyes are fucking like one eye is over the mouth and the nose, and the other eye is set somewhere over this fucking right thigh. He is a disaster.
He's the best one out of the three right now.
Brian, his gold crooked face.
Know who I like? The blonde fat chick on MSNBC
oh my God, the girl that can't talk.
She's got half her vocal cords missing or something.
Yeah, what's her name? Jack Klugman? Who is she?
I watch her because I'm amazed that she's on TV.
I'm just
in a top spot too. Rita Crosby.
Rita Crosby.
Something like that.
Rita Crosby. I watch because I'm convinced she's going to go, she's going to fade out like that song.
Right.
It's just going to, in the middle of the broadcast, we're going the
She's only got half her vocal cords or something, and we have to make believe we're not noticing this. It's uncomfortable and tiring to watch because it looks like she's struggling.
It
through the
looks
whole
like
cast.
she should be exhausted by the end of the broadcast.
I'm trying to think of a top story so we could do a little Rita Crosby.
Today in the news, we'll be talking about the bird flu and how it's going to affect people in the country as it comes over here. A lot of people in Asia have been getting the bird flu. We're going to talk about it on this broadcast. Join me, Rita Crosby, to talk about the bird flu.
Is it Rita?
Yeah.
What's her name, man? Yeah, Rita Cosby.
Rita Cosby?
Rita Cosby.
I was saying Crosby. That's fucking Crosby. Steady as I go. In entertainment news, Katie Couric. Entertainment news taking over the anchor slot at CBS News is going to be former today's show. Katie Couric. She's a wreck. Oh my God, can she just not even speak?
She's my favorite, though. I just love watching that dumb shit.
We are definitely going to have to get some clips of her because she is like the new Tara Reid. Cannot speak.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to try to find some Rita Cosby.
Yeah, she's good. Where is she? MSNBC?
I think, right?
Yeah.
9 p.m.
9 p.m. weeknights, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think Katie's got that credibility factor to be a national anchor. Too much goofy shit in her past.
I don't think you need the credibility anymore, though.
I don't know. I think it helps. I think it really does help. You get somebody in there, even that Brian Williams, you know? Does he have any goofy past?
I don't know. He's good, though. He's good.
No, he might look goofy.
Yeah.
You know, but I never stopped anyone. Why not? He's been there.
Man.
I think he had a little bit of a war correspondent record going for him, and you know.
Sorry. God damn it, I hate when the listeners trump us with the obvious. Dave in Jersey, what's up?
Hey, Opie, I know you take it hard, but dude, I haven't laughed that hard in a long fucking time. It was great. But are they billing the Raconteurs as the Incredible Shrinking Band?
You know, there was a crowd of listeners standing in front, so we couldn't see the band really. Perhaps as they played the song, they were shrinking.
And that guy was so confident. He said his line. He didn't even say goodbye. He was
out.
He knew he had a
pulled
home
a
run.
Costanza.
God, is that funny,
He
man.
left.
The visual. Holy crap.
The Incredible Shrinking Band.
What a fucking disaster last night. and then on top of it, because we had a late night, we're tired
now exhausted. I'm still trying to catch up on the goddamn Sopranos, and I'm falling asleep, and
Anyway, so Katie Couric finally made the announcement on the Today Show.
Thank you.
Anthony, for the people that weren't watching TV this morning because they were too busy listening to this horse shit.
Relax.
What?
Hey, I told us we could relax.
What?
Oh.
When did they tell you that? In October of 04?
Well, yeah, Ben's been doing a great job for us. Definitely lately, but he did come in here in a little bit of a panic trying to clear his reputation.
That would have wasn't me.
He told us our title.
Engineer.
Anyway, hopefully the next one will be a lot smoother.
I'm sure it'll be fantastic. Boston, I can't wait to see what type of an abortion that is.
Oh, Boston. I'll give you the first part of the abortion is the fact that we're up there on Easter Sunday.
And no one brought it to our attention.
No one brings it to our attention. My family's going to kill me.
And then I brought it up in the office yesterday because I don't know when Easter is. Is it on the same day every year?
No.
It's one of those around. It's one of those floating holidays.
It floats like, it's not like Jesus our Lord.
It's not like, Christmas. Everyone knows. It's Easter. It could be in March. It could be in April. I don't know when the fuck it is.
By the way, Mom, I'm not going to be there for Easter.
Right. So
might as well make the announcement.
So someone got the bright idea that it's completely logical, the word of the day, Radio 101, that the guys would be fine with, going to Boston Easter Sunday to broadcast Monday.
Great.
And stupid me, I'm like, I just assumed, and here I will call myself stupid again.
You know what happened?
I just assumed that there's no way that, it would be around Easter.
No.
And I found out yesterday, because I finally decided to look at a calendar. I'm like, wait a minute, Easter? Who would even bring this to, who would even try to set this up?
Here's the beauty of it.
We could go to Boston any day. It doesn't matter.
Right.
We could come up with an excuse to broadcast from Boston or anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it important to be up there Easter Sunday? Because it's marathon day and the Red Sox are playing and
on Monday.
On Monday, I guess.
Well, we were given the whole weekend there.
We got to be up there
the whole Friday, Saturday, Sunday in that hotel. It was like a perk. You spent a nice weekend in the hotel.
Yeah, but you can't leave Easter Sunday.
Then they took that away from
us. The Friday is gone because they're cutting back. Oh, that's good, because I would have booked a fucking weekend somewhere and made some money and gone up on Sunday and broadcast Monday. Yeah. But I'm thinking I have a nice weekend away in Boston, and now the Friday hotel is gone because they're cutting back.
Right.
I can think of a couple of other ways to cut back besides a Friday hotel.
Oh.
A salary or two, maybe.
Opie and Anthony?
No. No, that the whole company can go to the hotel for a month.
Well, yeah. Well, good point.
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. Trying to eat my cake and make me laugh.
Why don't they fire Hawk? No offense, Hawk, but maybe they could stay there, and then I could get maybe an extra meal in the hotel.
There you go.
Hawk would not be the first person I fire.
No?
Nope.
Wow. Who would you fire first in here?
Ooh.
Who would get the boot first?
So, all right, Steve,
gentlemen.
Steve has handed me the Rackin' tires. Steady as she goes. Perfect burn verified. So
how did that happen?
I don't know. I'm looking at a audio program.
I'm looking at an awful shirt.
Thank you. And played it for Derek, played it for Ben. Exactly what I was looking at in the studio. And it's fine. I just reburned it, and it sounds fine. Checked it in my studio. It sounds fine. I have no idea. We can't figure out what happened when I burned the first disc.
Yeah.
Well, I think you might want to think about it as you're collecting unemployment.
Really? Jimmy will get that room.
Ooh, what can I do with it? Ooh, make it my Sabbath room.
Yeah, but now no one wants to hear that song.
No,
I mean,
we know.
We've already heard it.
It's steady.
In its funniest version ever. Why would we want to play the normal version now?
The incredibly shrinking band.
Incredible shrinking Raconteur.
That will freaking make me laugh all day.
What?
All
Raconteur is French for shrinking.
As in the Opie and Anthony staff is
shrinking. Who would you boot first? Who's out of here first? I would say, even though I like him, Travis has to go.
Travis, we're not paying him anything. You want to get rid of big salaries.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe a couple of small salaries then? Start with Travis, get rid of who's next?
I don't know if I'd start with Travis. He'd certainly go. I just don't know if I'd start with
I say Travis and no, Derek makes it look like he's doing something. By the way, I have no clue what you do. I see, like, Travis even is highlighting things in the morning. Than's just generally funny.
Yeah, Than
Fits
can't
in.
go.
I see him viewing videos in the morning. Don't know what you do with him. He does come up with some bits and sound clips. That's true. Okay. Derek seems to be the guy that backs up E-Rock when he fucks up. So I guess you are busy.
That deserved more than a god. That was very funny.
That's all right. People were just in stunned silence of hearing the truth.
And plus, Derek always is very comfortable wearing the shoes of a homosexual. Those fucking open-toed abominations he wears. It's like fucking having a slee stack handle the phones. It's fucking creepy.
No, it's great. Vacation is obviously over because yesterday everyone except for a slight shot at E-Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was so nice to each other.
I know.
Looks like you went away too.
Hey, looking good.
Where'd you go? Well, I went to Key Largo. Well, you have a good time.
Well rested.
And one day later, we're right back into the shit.
Vicious. Feeling shitty about yourself, so tear into someone else.
Well, who'd you fire first? I mean, who didn't salivate at that thought?
Oh, I know.
Ooh, just to hurt someone.
They're all good. They're all a good bunch of fellas.
All right, so
that's what I say.
So Katie Couric, here's her big announcement. She's leaving the Today Show.
She's announcing it, and she's allowed to finish out.
Yeah, till I guess May sometime maybe.
How come TV is TV like that?
No, here's the problem. They don't have Meredith signed yet.
Meredith Vieira from The View is going to take over.
Lucky her. She gets to escape from Star Jones.
All right. Yeah. Isn't she... no, she's not having the tiff with Star. It's, what's her
Joy
name?
Behar.
Joy Behar.
God bless her.
I love
Star.
Joy Behar.
I want Joy Behar on this show so
She's
bad.
great, dude.
I met her once through Jimmy and Rich Voss. They all go back at the Dennis Leary
Well,
roast.
actually, Rich goes back. I've only met her a couple times.
Okay, and she and Rich Voss is coming in today, and she is a potty mouth, man. She is playing a role on The View,
and she's
the edgy one on The View, granted, but in real life she is so much dirtier.
And she's funny. I watched her do stand up
really
one time,
funny.
opening for Newhart, and she was years ago. I went to see him at Carnegie, and she was fucking hilarious as a stand up. I'd never seen her. I just heard her. I'm like, ugh, who the fuck is she? And damn it, she was really
most
a good
broad
comic.
comics suck.
Attaboy. And most broad comedy critics do too.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a
PC
second.
idiots.
We'll get that
She
in
was
a
great.
second. The View, though, another show I watch every day because I can't stand
disaster in the
Star
making,
Jones.
yeah.
Star Jones wants to be the next Oprah so bad. She wants to have her own show so bad, and
So
it's
now
never
she's,
ever going to happen.
She's undergoing all types of surgery and everything to try to bang that body into shape. And
Joy Behar, lets her have it here and there.
Yeah,
here and there. She, Joy's smart. She wants to keep jobs, so she
keep the gig.
She picks her shots.
Star Jones, she should be assaulting a police officer walking into the House of Representatives. Fucking fat whore.
We have yesterday's papers. Rosie O'Donnell, who
is a dyke.
Well, love her or hate her, she's doing that cruise thing on HBO. You know how
what? She does the dyke cruise.
The dyke cruise. They filmed it this year.
Nice.
She does a dyke cruise every year with her and her partner, and then other same sex couples.
Must be handy for everybody to go out on a deck on a windy day and not have to worry about fixing their hair when they go back inside. You know. Not a brush on that boat.
But I guess it's gonna be on HBO. They taped this year's Dyke Cruise or what have you, and they're gonna.
What is it called?
I'm sure it's called something else.
I'm almost certain
that's not the official name of it.
The Dyke Cruise.
The Dyke Cruise.
Are there fag guys on there too, or is it just lesbos?
Same sex couple.
Jesus, that could be the worst way I've ever heard that. Are there fag guys on there too, or just lesbos?
Well, Jesus. What, you want us to start sugarcoating stuff around here?
No, it was the old terminology. I wanted to see his little hand come up like Norman Fell and do the Tinkerbell sign.
Here it is. All aboard Rosie's family cruise.
Ugh. All aboard. She should be on her back with her face like that and a bunch of vaginas lined up.
It's on tomorrow night on your new network there, Jimmy, HBO.
Well, I like Rosie because she when you talk about Michael Jackson, she's like, I didn't talk to him because I don't say hello to pedophiles. Rosie is kind of like Real bitch since she left her show.
Yeah, well, she was, the queen of nice for so long, and apparently that wasn't true.
Do we have Monday's papers?
The Family Vacation O'Donnell style. It's like the alternative version of a family. Is that what they're talking about? Is she trying to bill this as a dyke cruise, or is it like anyone can go? Like some poor unsuspecting family goes on this thing because they think Rosie is like the Rosie of 1997 or something.
Right, the fake Rosie.
The fake Rosie. She was so funny on this show. I bet, we'll take me, you, the kids, and I'll bet you we'll have a koosball fight. It'll be wonderful. There's probably pictures of Tom Cruise hanging all over because she loves Tom Cruise. Totally forgetting the past 10 years she's been munching rug. Look at her in her little Admiral uniform.
Oh, it's just
Admiral O'Donnell. Admiral O'Donnell. She tasks me.
Or it'll be some guy goes on the cruise thinking he's going to pick up some chicks. Oh. And they'd be like, wow, everyone I hit on has a mullet. Hey, you, the chick with Jeff Foxworthy hair.
Bunch of flatsos. No,
yeah, flatsos. Shit. There's got to be more on this.
Yeah, well, we're gonna tape it. It's on tomorrow night. But Rosie O'Donnell had a hilarious comment about Star Jones in Monday's paper. I meant to cut it out and I forgot.
Did it have the N-word in it? Then it wasn't as hysterical as it could have been.
Did it mention luggage? Did it mention Naomi Watts?
Oh, all aboard.
Maybe you can
Thank you, no. Thank you, no.
Oh, okay, here it is. This might be it.
What? There's got to be some clips or something.
We have started like 3 or 4 different topics here, but it's all going to come around.
We do. Pay attention, people. It's like Pulp Fiction, this show.
All right, let's see.
It all ties up sometime.
The end, we all get shot.
You all get shot, and someone gets fucked in the ass.
Yes.
No, that's not the one.
Tom Brokaw is talking to Art Buchwald, by the way, if we could pot that up. Love to hear a little Tom Brokaw.
Let's see.
No?
It talks about her.
Can we?
Hawk, if I were you, I'd start potting something up with those teeth.
Gotta hear
fucking
it.
a trip.
I'd be a celebrity.
Talking with Art Buchwald.
Some people tried to talk you out of that.
Yes, my family did, and then also my friends did.
His mouth like a bass.
And that was a decision that took some time to make. And my doctor said it's your choice, and that's what helped a lot.
Yeah, what have you learned?
He should play Leon Klinghoffer on the All Aboard cruise.
First of all, how many friends I really had. That's a real thing that very few people.
Or Art Buchwald is wheelchair bound.
The second thing I learned is how wonderful these people are in hospice. How well they take care of you.
As a former foster child.
Oh, that time is a bitch.
As a former foster child. This is one of the bones that Rowan Brokaw. They let him do a few of these a year.
What happened to his fucking hair?
I don't know. He all of a sudden looks real old.
Yeah, it's like a real Bob's Big Boy hairdo. It's
what happened?
Well, he doesn't have to, try to stay young for the network. Or younger.
All right, where were we?
I don't know.
You were looking at something?
Yeah. Oh, you were plugging Poughkeepsie this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah, Jim Norton's going to be in Poughkeepsie at Bananas all weekend long, right?
Ooh. Wait, no, banana. All right.
So, we'll try to find the Rosie O'Donnell clip. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
She had some really, really biting comments about Star Jones.
Wow.
Made me laugh, actually. Basically saying, why isn't Star Jones being honest, which also makes me laugh that it's coming from Rosie O'Donnell.
Exactly.
But then she had some really funny things to say.
What's the honesty thing? That
Well, she basically said that, Star Jones is married to a gay guy, and then talked about how she talks on The View about having self-control. Like they had some kind of cookies that they were trying out.
Self-control?
And she took one cookie and said to the rest of the View cast, I'm only going to take one because I have self-control. And Rosie O'Donnell's like, are you kidding me? You had your stomach stapled.
Yeah.
And then talks about the way she poops, but I don't know exactly what she said, but it was really funny, so I don't want to misquote her.
Did it involve flinging it at people? Right. All aboard.
Oh, that and Leon Klinghoffer. Oh, they wheeled him right off. It was so needless. Just wants the sun on the deck. Some Palestinian pushing him into the ocean.
Some savage pushes him right off.
Oh.
You think he was trying to lock his wheel?
Yeah.
You just heard
skid.
across that teak deck. Isn't there railing around this whole thing? That one opening.
Oh,
poor bastard.
Trying to hold on to your fucking... Hold on. What do they call the little arm things?
Little arm things.
Yeah, little arm things.
Don't know.
All right. Well, this is where we're at. Katie Couric made the big announcement today.
Yes.
She's leaving the Today Show.
I guess this is the appropriate time for me to share my future plans. I wanted to tell all of you out there who have watched the show for the past 15 years that after listening to my heart and my gut, two things that have served me pretty well in the past, I've decided I'll be leaving today at the end of May. It was really a very difficult decision for a lot of different reasons. First of all, because of the connection I feel with you. I know I don't know the vast majority of you personally, and it may sound kind of corny, but I really feel as if we've become friends through the years.
No, we haven't.
And you've been with me during a lot of good times and some very difficult ones as well, and hopefully I've been there for you.
Your friends
I can't tell you how grateful I am for the support you all have given me, and so appreciative that you've included me in your morning routines. Another reason that this decision was so difficult is my relationships with the people on this wonderful show, and I'm thinking about the crew and the control room and all my friends at NBC across the street. You know, the notion that we're a family is not just some cheesy promotional device. I really care deeply about the people here, from everyone who works behind the scenes to the faces that are familiar to all of you, like Al and Ann, and yes, of course, Matt. Once in a while, we get on each other's nerves. Well, he gets on my nerves.
That's funny.
But I could not have asked for a more talented partner or better friend. And just as Dorothy said to the Scarecrow, I think I'm going to miss him most of all. It's been such an honor and a privilege.
Too bad the Scarecrow didn't say back, beat it already, cunt, you're annoying me.
Oh.
That's what you quote? I think I'm going to miss him most of all. Why did you quote Bert Lars so Big Kev could feel good? That's right, stupid. I just attacked you unprovoked.
She said something horrible about Al Roker, though.
Yeah. Oh, that uppity nigger went and hit me on the head with a shovel.
But that was early in her tenure there.
Yeah, the voice is a little different, I noticed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like Dorothy said about the Scarecrow. Oh, that's awful.
And when Al first saw Katie on her first day.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Yes.
It was like Dorothy said to the Scarecrow, hey, the spook lost a few pounds over the break.
Yeah,
I just have a tough time with like people saying goodbye. It's just so corny.
If it's real, I don't mind.
It's so corny.
You know what's a great goodbye? Mary Tyler Moore when they all hugged because they were really crying and they were really sad.
Oh, shut the lights of the studio out.
Yeah, that was actually a really good goodbye.
Yeah, and they really were sad. I mean, they were you know, it was
the
a
MASH
moment.
goodbye.
It was great.
With what's his name? With the thing.
Hawkeye and BJ and he wrote it. Yeah, it was awful. Awful.
The Newhart dream sequence was very funny ending.
Genius.
Very funny.
But that's not a real goodbye.
That's kind of a, well, yeah.
That's one of the most brilliant ever.
Good ending.
Greatest goodbye ever. Anthony.
Goodbye or end of a show? Last show.
She's saying goodbye to her viewers. Greatest goodbye ever doesn't have to be necessarily a TV program.
Oh, my God. Has to be O&A. When we got fired. Oh, that's right. We didn't get to say goodbye. Your mom's box. That's a good goodbye.
I would have to say Lou Gehrig.
That's the one I had.
Oh, wow.
That's the one I had. Greatest goodbye ever.
Oh, luckiest man. You can't. How many people get to say it in front of 70,000 people in the same area?
But he was lying.
Yeah, how
lucky?
That's not
true.
lucky.
That's stunk.
That's not.
I am a bitter motherfucker.
Right.
I have a great career here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today, one bitter motherfucker. I have a great career, and it's been taken away by some fucking disease so new it's named after me, the guy that got it. Lucky? Go shit in your hat. I stand before you, probably the most unlucky motherfucker on the face of the earth. If I was a coal miner and I got this disease, I'd still be unlucky. I'm a fucking baseball player. One of the best ever. And I'm being cut down by a disease with no name. They couldn't even figure it out. What do you got? I said to the doctor, Doc, what do I got? He said, I don't have a clue. Lucky? What are you gonna? What is it? Lou Gehrig's disease. You got it. Now it's yours. Couldn't be something they had a cure for. So I stand before you here, one pissed off, bitter motherfucker. Fucker.
Holy shit. It was a great goodbye, though.
I'll tell you another goodbye that was actually really good. I don't know if you heard the Robert Reed goodbye, where he said, kids, you're not going to believe this.
I stand before you, the most...
I consider myself the skinniest man.
I stand before you, a real gay guy that was tempted by you young boys. Now I can't lift a finger to drink my broth. My robe is frayed and my dog has no one to take care of him. And I say, in closing...
Bobby, you remember that time you woke up with your hiney sore and I said the boogeyman did it?
Hey, here's the Lou Gehrig. Here's the Lou Gehrig goodbye.
All right.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Bullshit!
I might have been given a bad break.
Might have.
But I've got an awful lot to live for. Thank you.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
It's the new HBO sitcom, Lucky Lou.
But I have an awful lot to live for. I just got a job as a paint mixer at the hardware store. Right? Shakes? Thank you.
But it's not a shaking disease.
What? Lou Gehrig's disease?
It just shuts
Isn't it some kind of nervous disorder where you shake? Shake?
No, it just shuts you down.
What does it do?
You turn it to cement, basically.
No, stop it.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that when you look at Medusa?
You stop moving.
Is that it?
Pretty.
I thought you got a little shaky first.
Maybe it starts with a little shake.
Yeah.
Wow. Wasn't he called like the Iron Man or the
Iron Man?
And how ironic, he just turned into steel.
Yeah, you pretty much just kind of
sat there.
Pretty much just start
like
cramping.
that joke.
Pretty much just start cramping up.
Just froze.
I like it.
Turned into concrete.
Some famous goodbyes.
Hey, Randy in New York, what's up?
Yo, what's up? I wonder, when Katie becomes anchor, is she going to be the first anchor to have a tube up her ass when she's doing her report?
God, if I was the other network, that's what I would show.
When her husband died tragically of colon cancer, she went Opie.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
That is not a
Who's her husband?
matter.
And when did he die? I didn't even know.
Mr. Couric. I don't know. It was a while ago. It was about 8 years ago, maybe, something like that. And she wanted to bring attention to it. So live on the show, she got a colonoscopy. So they kind of, gave her a little Valium later on her side and gave her the pipe.
Show.
Gave her the old pipe.
As far as pop culture goes, it was everywhere.
I probably don't. Katie Couric.
Katie Couric on an all-new house. Gets a tube up her ass.
I was listening to a house promo the other day, thinking of you. Hey, we might have another goodbye here. Mike in Baltimore. Mike?
Yeah, hey, what's up?
Hey.
I got the best goodbye ever.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the politician, I think it was in New York, I forget his name.
Bud Dwyer.
R. Bud Dwyer.
Bud Dwyer, Pennsylvania.
He was great. He was up on some kind of charges. He called a press conference, brought in a little paper bag with him. told everybody he was sorry, told everyone to get away, pulled the gun out. Big friggin' gun, too.
Out of a paper bag.
Out of a paper bag, shoved it right in his mouth and pulled the trigger in front of everybody.
On live
now
TV,
there's
right?
a goodbye.
That was live TV.
Live TV.
I've seen that video a million times.
It's really uncomfortable. That's what it looks like when you shoot yourself. It's just uneventful. You just sit there and bleed from the mouth, and people panic, and that's it.
Bleed from everywhere,
man. That was like a blood waterfall.
I have never seen so much blood. Ears, nose, eyes, mouth, everywhere.
And then it turns out, years later, they decide he would have been innocent.
Really?
Yeah, that's how the story ends.
Oops. Take that back.
All right, guys, punch it out.
Greatest goodbye ever. Let me see.
Great.
I'd have to say Susan Smith as she waved at the van.
Goodbye.
Hey, Mommy. Where are you going? Why's Mama waving at us? We'll wave back. Bye-bye, Mommy. She was waving goodbye and at the same time waving hello to that new room you can use for whatever you want. Hello to those new funds.
What's the first thing you do after that? Go to a diner and eat? Like, I always wondered dumb stuff like that. So you're doing this unbelievable thing. Well, now
horrific thing.
Now you turn away from the scene for the last time, and then you just walk away. What's the first thing you do? Like, let me check my cell phone, see if anyone called me.
Any messages?
I mean, what do
you do?
Like when you're walking away, as they're in the water, going underwater, are you thinking, are they dead yet?
Oh, you have to be.
Are you thinking, like, right now my son is drowning? Right now my son is, like, it's beyond.
Or are you that crazy that you did something like that where it doesn't even bother you?
Why?
Like Andrea Yates.
Andrea Yates is nuts.
Yeah, she did it and called. Didn't she call her husband first and said, I did something very terrible? And the husband was like, it was the kids, and she said, yeah, and he knew exactly because it had built up.
Right.
The husband knew what was going to happen eventually, and he still, trotted off to work, and then called the cops and said, yeah, well, I killed my kids.
Where Susan Smith tried to hide it, she blamed the black guy. Black guys because she wanted to, why has she not been executed? Why will we not kill a mother?
We don't really execute people anymore
for doing that.
I mean, you got Texas that still leads the way, but besides that,
dude, they have to sit and argue over that Moussaoui idiot.
Yeah.
How are they going to execute anybody if that guy shouldn't just be put to death?
By the way, somebody sent me a link. I was asking for 9/11 conspiracy
and they sent
theories.
Your children through.
No, what do I want? Senior citizens?
Is it good?
That was true. We would have been talking about April 2nd. Well, no, it should have been higher. April 5th, 4 or 5. Dope I am.
Well,
please hold. Thank you. Continue.
Glub, 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 glub.
You're distracted. You're still annoyed from last night.
Oh, yeah. It's beyond belief. Ka-ching! 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 Against the wall. I could be doing something else. Ka-ching!
Poor Jim. Is there pictures of you on the website looking all awkward?
I was against the wall with Steve, so it was only,
Yeah, well, that's where you should be when we're supposed to be interviewing a band. That makes sense to me, of course.
I forgot something.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, somebody sent me a link for 9/11 conspiracy, and I think most of them are garbage. I still don't agree with it. However, whoever sent me the link for that hour-long video, I watched like a half hour of it. It raises a lot of really good questions.
Stop it.
Dude, believe me, I'm fucking Sammy Skeptic, and I don't think that it was a conspiracy done by the government. I do believe they were flown in.
What was the video? Was it a spinning pinwheel-like device with a boo-woo-woo-woo-woo sound?
Yes. No, it was
You were hypnotized.
It was, you've heard all the Pentagon arguments, but when this guy does a photo montage and asks questions, he gets into what the engines are made out of and what fire. It was just, I would need somebody next to me who understood enough about engine, like they showed the engine parts on the ground.
Yep.
And he goes, this is not the part of a 757. It's a part of this kind of plane. And he showed what the part of a 757 would look like and what the part of the plane he said it was. Again, I don't believe it, but I would need an expert next to me to tell me why he's wrong.
I don't either.
When you hear JFK conspiracy, I mean, I believe it was a conspiracy.
Yeah.
But when you have an expert arguing for the Oswald theory, you better know your shit, because they can go, no, this was possible. I've heard Oswald, like Warren Commission supporters, argue and make you believe, yes, Oswald acted alone. Like, you understand, they know what they're talking about that much. I don't know what I'm talking about enough to debate what he says in this. It was actually that well done.
I think the conspirators on the 9/11 thing try so hard to come up with any little scrap of a discrepancy or evidence, like engine parts and this. You can look at 10 different plane crashes in 10 different circumstances and not get the same results. Parts look different. They barely found anything at the Pentagon site as far as a plane goes. It wasn't a normal crash. These people were full throttle into structures.
I agree. And he said that they said that the plane was vaporized.
Yeah.
But he says the first time in aviation history, and then he gave an example of a plane that hit a mountain doing 550 miles an hour, and he goes, this is what you find. Engines, things like this, and he said this is the heat they withstand because they're made of titanium. He went through all that shit, wing parts. It's just the way it is when it hits something. There's something left. And my only problem with the Pentagon one, and this is the one you've heard before, is it's just there's no mark on the grass that I can see. Maybe there's a little one, but it's just I would want an expert to be able to tell me why he's wrong, and that's what I would like.
The pictures I saw, it looked like it was a perfect hit, as they say. It didn't hit the ground first. It hit the Pentagon. It hit the wall. They show the wing mark where the engine hit. It didn't hit the grass. And then it vaporized, like you said. Pentagon's a big, heavy brick building like that.
I just have a problem with it vaporizing. In the towers, I can understand because the intense... I mean, that's tremendous.
The towers actually didn't vaporize the planes as much as the Pentagon did. There were a lot of pieces that flew right through the building. The fact that the Pentagon was made of brick like that vaporized the plane. A lot of it was just gone. But there were pieces, and they've shown them, that have the logo of the airline on it. They got pieces. I'm not convinced. I'm sorry. And if that's the case, a 757 did take off, had some people on it. Where are they?
Of course. My question is, I completely agree.
They're flying around the 1933 World's Fair looking to land. I love that. It's a Twilight Zone episode.
My question is, and I agree with you, but I want to. It really. He made good points. I was just looking for somebody to make me go, "Wow, that's a great point." And none of them have been able to do that because they're all such agenda-driven idiots. Whereas this guy actually went into the physics of certain things, and he may be wrong. I just don't know enough to argue where he's wrong.
I think he's just one of the smarter ones that came up with stuff that was probably more convincing than just, it's a different kind of plane, dude.
No, very possible. But I would like to know the one thing that bothers me with the Pentagon, and again, maybe somebody has a reason for this. Is they only have those little 5 photo images, and I know that there really was some kind of surveillance stuff. It is
you would think at the Pentagon there'd be a lot more cameras.
Don't tell me there was no surveillance
everywhere.
Did you ever hear of eyewitnesses as far as that crash goes?
They show one guy saying he saw an American Airlines plane coming in.
But it's weird that,
another guy said he saw a small unmarked plane coming. All kinds of weird stuff like that.
But unlike the towers, where obviously there were so many eyewitnesses. I mean, it was on TV, for Christ's sake. You don't hear about a lot of eyewitnesses as far as the Pentagon thing goes.
Yeah.
And by then, especially, the only problem I have is with the videotape not being found. I mean, the tower, the first one was just dumb luck that they got it. They happened to be filming and he panned up.
That's true. Now, somewhere like New York, you have a lot of people with video cameras and stuff like that. The Pentagon... You're not going to have people walking around with video cameras, really.
Absolutely. But I mean surveillance.
Very secure. Yeah, you'd think there'd be more surveillance, but how many surveillance cameras were at the Trade Center? Most of what we saw from the Trade Center was home video, things like that.
Well, there might have been surveillance cameras that aren't aimed that high. Don't forget, there's probably surveillance cameras all over, but it would hit 72nd, 90th, or whatever it was. So the surveillance cameras would never cover something that high.
But maybe they have it, and they just don't want to show us.
That's the
for
problem.
Whatever reasons.
And they do have those 2 frames.
But that's what they want to show you.
Show
5 frames. Shows nothing.
5 frames.
Yeah, we'll give you these 5 shots. That's it.
No
we'll
plane.
Give you this.
Shows no plane.
For whatever reason. Maybe they just, have a reason why they don't want to show it.
But if they say national security, like what in the interest of national security could they possibly be hiding that would... You know what I'm saying?
Give people little pointers on where to point the plane next time, something like that. I don't know. See, that's just pulled out of my ass, just like conspiracy theorists do.
I'm going to send you this link. I know you'll watch it.
Send me the link.
It's actually, and again, you may be able to, you probably know more about the physics of it than I do. I just don't know where on certain
Send
points.
it to Anthony. I want to hear what Professor Anthony has to say.
I would like to as well. That's not. But they show like.
No, that's not the actual crash there, E-Rock.
No, it opens up and it's got some dumb little music behind it. Which conspiracy theorists, you're hurting your cause with fucking music behind it. It's like Wolf Blitzer's show. Stop with a club beat behind it, Wolf. You're fucking 65. You're not a hip guy. No one's tapping their toes to your shitty show.
Rita Cosby doesn't use any music behind her.
I do the straight news with the headlines. Wolf Blitzer might play some club music behind him, but I'm always just putting out the news.
All right, let's wrap this whole thing together. We're going to try now. So we're talking about goodbyes, all right? We have the rest of Katie Couric's goodbye. She's leaving the Today Show to do the news for CBS.
But I could not have asked for a more talented partner or better friend. And just as Dorothy said to the Scarecrow, I think I'm going to miss him most of all. It's been such an honor and a privilege to occupy this seat for as long as I have. One of the things I've always appreciated about the Today Show is its rich tradition and its place in history. In January, it celebrated its 54th anniversary. Not only was I thrilled that the show is actually older than I am, but I was also reassured that this is an institution that will continue to grow and thrive because of all the extraordinarily dedicated people who work here and care about this show as passionately as I do. But sometimes I think change is a good thing. Although it may be terrifying to get out of your comfort zone, it's also very exciting to start a new chapter in your life. So for now, it's not goodbye, at least not yet, but a heartfelt thank you for 15 great years.
Also coming up in this half hour.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's funny.
Actually, they're being funny for real. Thought they were just being heartless like they usually are.
In great years.
Also coming up in this half hour.
Oh, you got to give it to her. That's funny. That's all right.
That is really funny.
Talk about mixed emotions. First of all, I hope you know that everyone here across the street, we feel the same way about you and echo your sentiments. And mixed emotions because it's hard to imagine being here and not having you sitting next to us. But also we're thrilled for the fact that you're going to take on a new challenge. I'm looking, did it say anywhere in there about where you're going?
Well, at this point, I'm thinking about opening up a secondhand bookstore in Montana. But
if you were a guest on the show, I wouldn't let you get away without saying, so what are your plans?
I am. Well, I know it's the worst kept secret in America, but I'm going to be working on the CBS Evening News in 60 Minutes, and I'm very excited about it, but I can't tell you how much I'm going to miss everybody.
Well, good news is...
Can I come and visit?
You can come anytime you want, and the good news is we've got a couple of months to say a proper goodbye. We're going to have a lot of fun and relive a lot of great moments.
Start packing your box more.
By the end of the day, it'll be like goodbye already.
What are you doing on 60 Minutes?
Oh, thanks.
Hose out Andy Rooney's prostate.
Let's get a check of the weather from Al.
Hose out.
Let's get a check of the weather.
Oh, look at this. Fucking, I don't want to say what's...
Oh, my God, we can't start another time.
Okay, can we do it when we come back?
Yes.
Please, can we talk about this
of course we can,
fucking
Jimmy.
bitch when we get back?
Of course we can. That'll be the first thing we do, I promise you.
I love you.
Because I found the Rosie O'Donnell thing, so we want to wrap that up.
Oh,
really
nice.
Rosie. And then, see, we wrapped up about 3 or 4 topics here. That's what we do.
Where's the Rosie?
It's,
Where is it? Why don't I have a copy of the Rosie?
I don't either.
Who's in charge of that?
No, thank you, Than.
No one's in charge here.
Than did it.
Oh, my God, it's under my template.
Thank you, Than. Than was right. We were wrong.
Than,
sure that makes you happy.
This made me chuckle. This made me chuckle yesterday. A lot to stomach. Here's what annoys me about Star Jones, says Rosie O'Donnell. To write a book about how to be the perfect woman that she now is, and to leave out gastric bypass and the supposed gender identity issues of your husband is just like selling bullshit to the point that it's sickening. O'Donnell tells New York Magazine, and she pushed me away. What?
As she pushed away a plate of Oreos with joy.
Well, yeah, but that's and she pushed. What is? How does that make sense?
And she continued. Like O'Donnell tells New York Magazine, and she pushed away a plate of Oreos.
All right, so O'Donnell tells New York Magazine, and she pushed away a plate of Oreos with Joy Behar, co-host of The View. They had new double stuffed Oreos they had to eat, obviously, because they had a Nabisco deal at ABC. And Star goes, I'll just have one because I have self-control. And I thought, Joy's going to say it. She's going to say, you lying sack of shit, you can only eat one because you poop soup.
You know how bad a liquidy Star Jones shit must smell? Because it probably has like those little pieces. You ever take a liquid shit and it's got like little pieces of like what looks like peanut skin in there or a lima bean skin?
Oh my! Just throw a few nuts in it.
Like the diarrhea shits that just go. All it is like it's a liquid coloring in the bowl. That's what all her dumps look like.
Oh. The sprays on the back of your T-shirt. It's so bad.
No, Star Jones, when she's done shitting, has to lift the toilet seat lid and actually clean under the lid. You ever shit and spray under the lid? And you have a chick coming over and you got to scrape it off with your fingernail through a piece of toilet paper?
No, you don't.
And what's our old gag about that?
I always said it looked like you rode your 10-speed bike through a mud puddle. And you then end up with the back of your T-shirt. Yeah. Wow, because you...
So there you go.
Only eat one because you poop soup.
That's a great quote. All right, so we got the Homeland Security press secretary. Oh, that's another great story, yes.
Yeah,
you want to talk about,
guy
you want to talk about the black congresswoman thing, right?
Yep.
All right, we'll do that after the break. We got Voss and Bonnie outside the studio as well.
We have Richard and Bonnie.
Richard and Bonnie.
Richard and Bonnie.
Richard and Bonnie. Or is it Bonnie and Richard?
Ooh.
Bonnie and Voss.
Bonnie and Richard.
I haven't seen them in a while.
The lovely couple.
I miss my friends.
Do you think they're still happy?
No.
I don't think so either.
Not at all. She's had enough of him already.
Why are they staying together? Career or something?
Well, she doesn't need him.
Yeah, we know that. Richard's ready to stumble in here.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
Nothing. We were saying it's nice to see the lovely couple back on the show.
We love you.
She hasn't been on in a while. She's been bugging me to get on. She goes, let's fucking love over
Yeah.
there.
She's more than welcome.
When we were in Chicago, we turned Mancow down, so, she wants to do radio.
She's always welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's definitely always welcome.
Cool.
Yeah. That's how I roll.
I love you.
That's how I roll.
All right, well...
Are you going to have a little more energy when we officially introduce you?
No. Why would I do that?
You still happy being married?
You think we're in commercial?
Happy being married? Yeah.
Jesus.
Fuck yeah. Happy. I'm happy here. I'm happy if we're in Cleveland this week. I'm happy everywhere I'm with her.
Oh, cool. What Cleveland gig you doing? No, not now. When you get back.
And we want to hear with a little energy, that's all.
Yeah.
We don't ask for much from you guys, just a little energy to help us along, okay? All right.
You're a piss of Jim.
All right.
It is a natural impulse to grab and squeeze the breasts. Squeeze the breast.
No shit.
It's real soft. Almost like pudding.
Yes. A hard piece of that.
Quite a handful.
Yeah.
The nipples are so sensitive that a mere tweak between finger and thumb will give a perfectly good result.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
In case you didn't know.
How. This is the Opie and Anthony program. Rich Voss in studio with his lovely wife, Bonnie McFarland. Playing Cleveland this weekend?
Yeah, the Cleveland Improv.
We're going to do our acts together this time. Style.
Oh.
That's what people will, email us from MySpace. So you guys go on stage together? Yeah, all of a sudden we're fucking still in a mirror, right? I can't even get her to bang me. I'm going to get her to do, comedy with me. It's just unbelievable.
Is the banging way down already?
Oh, it's unbelievable.
That's not true.
Huh? Well, with us it is.
Each other.
I still bang, but sometimes you're not in the room.
She's so fucking dizzy. We were in the hotel the other night.
She's so what?
Fucking dizzy. What do you think I said?
Rich, dizzy.
Yeah, I have an inner ear infection, and I literally am dizzy.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
That
was a fucking 40s expression.
I know.
Dude, what a dizzy dame.
You know what else he always says?
Dizzy broad.
I hipped you to Diet Coke, didn't I? He thinks he hipped me to everything.
Hipped you to it.
Stop taking your Lenny Bruce character so seriously.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
We're fucking in
But a dizzy broad, I hipped her to.
I took her. I mean, we're in the hotel the other night.
Go on, Daddy.
So the smoke alarm. The smoke alarm's. The smoke alarm's going off. She goes, "Can you press the button?" So I go up there to press the button. She goes, "Your cigarette is making a smoke alarm go off." And next to her on the bed, the little dresser, there's a fucking towel on fire from her candle. She's sitting there reading, and there's a fucking towel on fire. And she's going, "You got to put your cigarette out."
No, but like it was still
Where were you,
5.
bedrock? Fucking lights. Why don't you use a light? But you do have to...
Because I light a smelly candle because of the cigarette smoke.
Yeah, stop smoking.
Why don't you stop?
Oh, my God, Rich.
Somehow get it. I don't know.
We're not going to your funeral if you die of lung cancer.
Why don't you stop?
Well, I didn't think you would. You didn't go to the wedding. Why would you go to the funeral?
Imagine that. I can't make it that night. Well, Rich.
Oh, boy. Finally, Patrice and Billy Burr bring a present.
He smashed us. You're taking that hard still.
No, I'm not.
We all explained ourselves on a past show.
I let it go.
So, dude, why don't you quit smoking?
I am. I'm going to go to a hypnotist. I just got the link for it.
I just got the link for a hypnotist.
No, not the hypnotist.
What dog shit answer is that?
Not a hypnotist. Fucking laser. You can get laser surgery.
That's a
laser.
really big difference.
Wait.
What?
Laser.
Yeah.
To quit smoking.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Unless they weld your mouth shut.
No, I don't know.
What do they do with a laser?
I think they actually laser
together.
a part of your brain, don't they?
No,
I can't fuck my brain up anymore.
They cannot laser a part of your brain.
Someone like Nicholson at the end
Stop
of Cuckoo's Nest.
In Staten Island, some lady I met said she got laser.
There is no surgery.
Wearing a toga.
There is
I got the link.
Let me tell you something. We will look at the link. Give it to E-Rock. He will punch it up. I will guarantee you, there is no way they touch your brain with a laser to make you stop smoking. They do something, maybe googly your eyes or something, or it sounds like a scam to me,
Rich is trying to find a way to quit smoking that's not going to hurt.
With zero pain, yeah.
Stop it. Just do the... Esty took me down for the patch. I love to fucking smoke. You smoke more than I did, but I smoked for 17 years. I mean, I was
Jimmy liked to smoke. Yeah.
Anthony, one day I was gonna quit. I said I'm gonna finish this pack, and Anthony was just fucking put the cigarettes down. I said I'm having one more. I had one more. It was a Friday. I went down to the cellar. Esty marched me over, got me the patch.
Just marched? Was he leading you with an SS patch on his fucking shoulder? Was fucking Adolf?
Yes. We marched.
Yeah.
He cleans out the apartment complex.
The patch had a swastika on it.
Yes, it was a lovely red patch on my...
Why are you still going for bargains? Why don't you just go to like a reputable guy and get it done?
He wants to do it without pain. Rich wants to quit without the fucking emotions. You're going to cry a lot. I've been crying for 5 years since I quit. It's all I do.
I don't understand that the guy is an addict. You have overcome booze and drugs.
And gambling.
And so you know that the only way to really stop... There was no patch for crack. There's no fucking laser for booze. You gotta just stop.
Yeah.
He was just
I think that's all bullshit.
I almost stole Rich's joke in front of him, or Bonnie's joke in front of Rich.
That it's all bullshit?
No, who once said that Rich only did drugs as an excuse for blowing guys?
Oh,
is that you? Yeah, it was. Okay. I just thought of that and I realized, no, that's not
I said I quit just for the applause break on stage.
Yeah.
That's funny, but
that's good.
That's not what I was quoting.
No, but that's another joke I threw in there.
Oh, cool.
But see, you do what I say that you always do.
What?
You try to steal the laughter from whoever got the last laugh.
Yes.
Yes, he does.
You're saying what Rich does is Rich was piggybacking that moment and trying to be the last one to speak, so it looked like his moment.
It's called tagging. It's called tagging.
You didn't tag it. You didn't tag it. That's not a tag. That's a whole new little story that you brought up.
Yep.
Oh, look at Mrs. Comfortable all of a sudden everywhere she goes now. She's on stage now. This is a fucking broad that was reading a piece of paper in L.A. off a stool. Now she's on stage with her foot in the front table, fucking leaning into the mic and working the crowd. Okay? And every now and then one of my fucking lines comes in and goes, hey, You know, you got so many of them, but she's getting too confident, and that's the problem. I'm going to have to bring you to the stress factory again to fucking humble you.
I don't give the same love as I used to.
Wow. Remember when they first hooked up, it was just about love.
When we first hooked
There's
up,
kind
it
of a
was
drop-off here, just a bit.
Wow.
And Golly over here, he's getting a little, scared of his position, I think. Huh?
I also hear a lot of avoidance about the smoking question.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
Dr. Phil.
That's right.
Dana Reeves just died.
Absolutely.
She didn't smoke.
She didn't smoke.
She had the secondhand smoke, they're saying, or something.
The secondhand smoke
From
or
what?
something?
Was his wheelchair a locomotive? What the fuck is the guy who was smoking near her? She had little kids and an invalid.
From being she was like one of those torch singers.
Oh, so
Back
she
in
was
the
in a
day.
lot of clubs.
That's what they were saying.
With the smoke.
I had a little info on that.
All right, very good. I'm
I know
glad
I
you
sound
did.
Stupid, but she was a singer in the lounges back in her day. And they're saying maybe it was the secondhand smoke from way back when.
I don't think that. I think that whole
Why don't
secondhand
you
smoke
just
is bullshit.
quit? What are you so scared of?
Because
you have fucking kids you want to see graduate college. Why don't you stop?
my kids aren't going to college.
Oh, okay. Then keep smoking.
You have kids that you're going to have to drop off at the Bada Bing.
Hey, were you in,
It's a Regal Beagle.
were you in Sacramento
Yes.
last week?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Richard, get an update. A review.
Yeah, I
A
was
review,
just
excuse
in
me.
Sac over the weekend on Sunday.
Oh,
Great show.
You were there on Sunday?
Yeah. I couldn't believe you smoked on stage. That was awesome.
Was that? Oh, yeah, because you're not allowed to smoke in a club.
You
You're not
rebel.
allowed to smoke within like 10 feet of a building in Sacramento.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
You're
Bonnie
not
killed
helping.
too.
Yeah, we did. I did.
That's a good show, huh, Richard?
Oh, real good.
Yeah, right on. Cool.
Yeah, it was great. He tore a couple audience members up.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
I mean, Rich Vassio gets a bad rep sometimes. We'd like to kill him on the show, but
Takes a lot of heat on the show, but very funny when you see him live.
on the stage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, the bottom line is, Voss, you've been lying about quitting for
Listen,
years.
we're talking
Shut
about
your
my
mouth.
fucking stage performance, and all of a sudden you got to.
Absolutely.
The guy brought up smoking on stage is what
Absolutely.
happened. Said he was, so Richie killed and he was smoking.
You'll be talking. You've been quit. I'm going to quit on my birthday. I'm going to quit on my anniversary. I'm going to quit this, and every one of them passes.
I'm
and
sure
you
we
don't
got tapes
quit.
from NEW of him saying he's going to quit soon.
Yeah,
That was years ago now, Rich.
You can't fly with smoke in the airport. It's awful.
I smoke at the airports in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
Why don't you stop?
You
What are
do?
you so scared of? Just stop.
I'm not scared. Well, I
Yes,
am
you are.
scared, but you know, what else do I have?
What do you
I
do
mean,
on
when
the flights?
You're not going to lose a piece.
I
of
chew
your
nicotine gum.
New York to L.A., what do you do?
Well,
I
he
chew
complains
nicotine
a
gum.
lot, number one.
Nicotine gum.
And I sleep a lot.
You're not gonna. You're afraid. Richard, you're afraid A of being uncomfortable, and B like you're gonna lose a piece of who you are. You're
Okay,
not gonna lose a part of yourself.
Okay, here's the deal. I'll make a deal with you. We'll pick a date, and I quit smoking, and you quit deviant sexual behaviors.
I've already quit smoking. And when
whoa! I quit gambling.
Hold on. When deviant sexual behaviors put a tumor on my jaw, I'll quit doing them.
Yeah. No, what about a fucking lesion on your face?
Not my problem. I'll just pass it along.
No. See how easy it is. What are you so scared of?
I've already quit smoking.
But I've already quit gambling.
I'm
quit
talking
drugs.
about an immediate health risk that's going to fucking kill you, dude.
Some of Jimmy's girls have looked like tumors on his jaw.
I know what you're saying, dude, but I'm not being holier than thou. I'm not saying quit addictive behavior because it's naughty. I'm saying smoking is an immediate awful health risk. I'm not making a moral judgment. I'm saying it's a fucking horrible risk, and I've quit, and I know how awful it is. And I'm not being self-righteous.
At least you get the
Scary.
AIDS. You know, you got 10 good years.
Absolutely.
You
And you
know.
could fucking always just pretend you got it from a needle or, blood
Right.
transfusion. I got sick ones.
And
Or
you
just
will
not
look
telling
thin at
anybody.
some point.
Dentist.
Yeah.
And you could eat all you want, right? Because you're going to lose the weight eventually.
And I haven't, and my sexual addiction, I'm not running into a bathroom in the airport anymore. And
That's because they clogged up all the holes in the dividers.
It does look, though, Jim, like you purposely try to find women who may have something wrong with them.
I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying that an uncle 15 years ago doesn't help my cause, because it does. The worse your family, the better it is for me.
But 15 years ago, you knew better.
Oh, yeah, maybe more than 15. Not the girls I'm dating.
Your uncle touched you when you were 21, 22?
No, one.
That's what I'm saying, 15 years ago.
Your uncle didn't touch you. There's nobody that desperate in your family.
Why don't you quit smoking?
I'm good. Here's the game plan.
Oh, boy.
All right?
Right.
Okay, I'll make a deal
There's
with
a plan now. That's good.
June 30th on my birthday.
Oh, stop.
I will.
One of the first things you said to me when we started dating was that you were going to quit smoking June 30th on your birthday.
Yeah.
And June 30th went without incident. You didn't even bring it up.
I was already bagging you, so what the fuck? I already closed the deal. I had to come up with a new lie.
And his sober date, he was going to quit on his sober date. I've heard that one. I've heard I'm going to quit after the holidays, after the stress. There's never a good day to do it.
Yeah, you just have to trick yourself. You just have to one day just go boop, put your cigarettes down and
realize it's going to hurt a little bit. If I still obsessed, I'd be smoking again. Believe you think I could go this long obsessing?
How long did you quit?
December will be 5 years.
No.
Or 4. Wait, December of 2001. Be 5 years in December.
Yeah,
So
I
4.5
remember when
years.
that was. It was when we were doing the what have you got segment of the show.
I had a moment.
What the hell is that?
Oh, yeah, the guy brought the
It
lung
was
in?
what the hell is that? No, the guy was. We had a couple of doctors in the studio, and we had guests come in. Hey, Colin.
Hey, guys. I was actually.
Take his seat. Take his seat.
Colin Quinn just ripped Voss out of his seat, took his headphones. You were raped.
Oh, man.
That's the most exercise he's done in a month.
Oh, Colin, you picked the perfect day to stop by. You picked the perfect day to stop by. Get in on this. Voss is telling us he's going to quit smoking again.
But as Colin walked in, I was thinking about Colin. That's fucking really creepy.
That's great.
You're psychic.
Is that awful bandage on your nose?
That's from one of the girls he's dating.
Let's get Colin Quinn a mic.
We need a chair for him.
Surprise.
Oh, what is that?
Colin should not.
I'm expecting Bud Fox to save you. Nothing?
No, that's not bad.
LA Confidential? Hey, come on.
Just threw his breakfast on the floor.
The reason I came by the way, okay.
Are we going to have an intervention or something?
The reason I came by, it's an intervention for you two guys.
Uh-oh, what do we do?
A little power corrupts. Apparently, from giving this idiot a voice on the radio, he drove me home last night in his Toyota Caddy. Have you seen that Camry that he calls a Caddy?
Yeah. Toyota Camry.
Norton, have you seen it? It's the worst Cadillac ever. He showed it to me. He goes, "What do you think?" I go, "Oh yeah, looks like a Camry." So he's got the most awful GPS that, it's crayons. Pulling an etch-sketch.
It's an 8-year-old girl.
And then,
passenger seat.
And then, so last night we're driving home. This moron goes to me. I don't believe much in conspiracy. He always has to deny that he believes in everything, and then he believes in it. I'm usually, so he can feel like he's a unique guy instead of just another, strip mall idiot like the rest of us. And he's like, I'm not a conspiracy guy like some of these idiots. And he goes into this thing about the wing nuts.
We heard about,
I was just talking about it. It's just so aggravating. I felt like saying, either do charity or learn a musical instrument. Fucking phony bore. It's so boring. What a shithead. I mean, if you saw these photos, he goes, "Give me I'm not giving you my fucking emails. You can send me some shitty picture. Go back to porn. At least then you were kind of excited." Well, it's phony. Instead of reading a book or taking a class, this is what dumb people do to feel intellectual. They check out the size of planes and go, I mean, if you look at the vector, because some other asshole sent it to him and go, this is not a 757. Yes, it probably is, but who gives a shit, you boring idiot?
It was actually...
Take that thing off. Is that a sleep apnea thing?
What else could it be?
Colin, you're on fire. Don't sit down.
I'm not going to sit down.
He's working the room. He's pacing back and forth and just doing some crowd work.
Reduced? I think you're fat because you don't have to,
Oh, my God.
We all do that, though. We'll read all those political books and then just reciting what we just read to other people.
But I was honest about where I got it. I didn't say I made it up. I said that I found a credible source.
The gravitas in his fucking idiotic face is what got to me.
He put the pressure on me, though, now to dispute this.
But you'll watch
He goes, I'll send you the link, watch it, and then you tell me where the piece came from that isn't a 757.
That's right.
Oh, tell him to prove it. Then you dispute, and I go, well, what's the motive? I don't know, but that would be part one of this argument.
But I don't
Tell me the motive. Then don't bring it up until you have a motive.
Why? I don't have to have a solution.
No, a motive is different from a solution.
Yes, it is. That's a motive is a solution as to why.
Why would the government shove a plane into the Pentagon?
I don't know.
Because they were waiting for the right opportunity. So that day when 2 planes went into the World Trade Center, they said, "Now's our chance, quick."
Because the ones that went into the Trade Center are legit. It's that Pentagon one.
Yeah,
they just had it sitting there waiting for that to happen.
He raised some good points, and I had to say he raised some
and you
good
raised
points.
no good points.
I didn't say I did.
Beat it.
I really felt good to throw you.
Bill Burr's in town. I saw him last night. Bring him in.
Fucking Colin. Beat it. Well, we were talking about Rich Voss and his dumb smoking.
He's got to stop smoking.
Yeah, why don't you just stop, stupid? I smoked 3 packs a day and I quit.
When you quit?
15 years. Then I went back to Chicago.
But he won't tell us why he won't quit. He keeps making excuses.
He's afraid.
And setting dates when he might
why
quit.
He won't quit? Because we all smoked. Jim smoked, he quit. Because you're afraid to deal with the sadness and the fear and the anger that's going to come out when you quit smoking. You don't have something to hide behind.
First of all, I deal with anger and fear on a daily basis.
Yeah, by lighting up 5 packs a day. I know.
No,
and the fetal position.
And
oh no!
Yeah, some use the missionary position. And he is the fetal.
Do you know that fire that you were talking about in the hotel room?
Yeah,
is directly because of your smoking, not because of her candle. She lit a candle to stop the smoke.
That's right. No, she was reading tarot cards.
No, that's not true.
If she was reading tarot cards, she's as crazy as you are.
She reads them more.
Were you reading tarot cards? Were you reading tarot cards by candlelight?
No, I get a scented candle.
Oh my God. And it's just for
because it's nice.
And it's just for the smoke, right?
Yeah,
for the smoke. Because Norton will rip it apart.
Do you make them open up the anti-suicide windows like that fraction of an inch?
Last night I was there.
Yeah, you were there puffing out there. It doesn't work. Blows it right back into the room.
One night I look over, he's in bed with a cigarette, asleep.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's never resulted in thousands of deaths.
Did you ever see his old apartment on the fucking floor? It looked like little black snail trails because this fucking lazy Jew kept falling asleep with cigarettes in his hand and dropping them on the floor.
He's not going to die from lung cancer. It's not going to.
No, he's just going to burn up.
Yeah.
He's going to take a bunch of people with him.
He's sanding something and putting varnish on it, and he falls asleep and fucking kills everyone in the house.
What's Little Richie afraid of when he takes the cigarette away and there's no barriers between him and the world?
That's right. What is? I'd like to know too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just it's.
No, don't just.
I'm not afraid of anything.
What is Little Richie?
You are.
It's addiction, and
Right, but where does addiction come from?
Pile of ashes, gold chain, and teeth.
That? It comes from. You feel comfortable sitting there with something blocking, a big wave of smoke blocking you, not only from the world, but from your alleged wife.
Absolutely.
Well, she's reading tarot. She's reading the tarot cards
by candlelight.
Yeah, and tea leaves. And
she's got to read tea leaves. It's modern day knitting when a husband's not really.
Yeah, these two are coming up with hobbies so they don't have to hang out with each other.
How quick did this fall apart? This is the shortest marriage.
I want to fucking know what exactly you are like. Everyone hides. You hide your fear behind fucking cigarettes. Other people hide certain failures behind a lot of food in the last year and a half.
I knew it was coming.
I know.
Can I theorize
a great
something?
telegraph acting technique. It's really
Jesus Christ! Don't you?
Can't wait to see Lucky Louie, or we call it King of Queens with cursing.
Perhaps, Rich, when you started smoking, whatever it was, 20-some years ago. How long was it?
I don't know.
Okay, so a long time ago.
30-something years ago.
You needed the cigarettes because of your fear, your unhappiness, and now you're addicted. But maybe you don't need the cigarettes anymore.
You have
maybe
a lovely bride.
Maybe you're better.
You should be happier now.
I'm very happy. I got a lot.
Look what you scored, bro.
I'll tell you what it is. Yeah, he did score big. The problem is, you still want to think I'm Rich Voss, a teenage rebel. You're an old man, a few years away from Boca. Just admit it and get rid of the cigars. And walk around. Your new addiction could be complaining about your ills. Old Jews don't smoke. What's the matter with you?
I hipped you to Jews.
Cigars. You leave my stuff alone, Norton.
I won't touch your stuff, but you got to stop smoking.
I'm gonna. I really.
No, you
set a date. Just set a date.
Set a date.
Not
set a date.
But don't do it for us.
You do it now.
You don't. How many times do I say I want to quit smoking?
You don't set a date.
Never.
You know what you do?
I've
you
never
take the pack.
heard you say that.
Where's your pack?
Huh?
Here's how you do it. Where's your pack?
It's out in the car.
You know what? And
Anthony goes for that.
It's on him.
Anthony goes for the old school Ron Conkerman style. Give me the pack.
Ron Conkerman.
In Anthony's families, you just see like one of the uncles come out in like the Bermuda shorts with like the sandal. Give me the pack. He's smoking. Give me your cigarettes. Give me the quid. There you are. Done.
But that was how he helped me quit. Anthony helped me quit by just the same disgust to just fucking throw the pack out.
You immediately throw it away.
And I did. I had one more, and that was it for me.
Yeah, because it's Juan or one of these people, remember?
No,
it was the guy with the thing on his lip jaw.
We were playing What the Hell Is That?
What the hell is that? We had doctors in the studio,
Let's do
and
that
people,
again.
people would come up and get free examinations for whatever
weird
they got. Something on their leg, something on there. And this one guy had a bump on his gum line. So the doctor put the glove on, and he's feeling it. He goes, that's a hard lump. That's not good. He goes, you have this checked out immediately. He goes, you smoke? And the guy's like, yeah. And the guys, and then we start talking about how he's going to look with half a jaw.
Well, the fear on the guy is like, oh, God, just tell me what it is.
Tell me what it is.
I mean, it was supposed to be a fun bit and turned into
quit.
That guy.
It was horrific. And one doctor, just to add to this, punched out. He's like, I don't want to be part of this.
Wow.
He saw what was in that guy's mouth and said, I'm done. I don't want to be part of this.
The guy turned out to not have,
right.
We found out a month later, but when he was trying to go, the guy was like saying, all right, where should I go? What should I do? And watching him try to hang on to his sanity, I'm like, that is exactly what it looks like when you find out you have mouth cancer.
Yeah.
Like, that is exactly a moment, because the guy was trying to not panic, and that's what's freaking me out.
But it was panicking him.
Okay, where do I go? What should I do?
Who should I go to check this out? And if, I want the best guy. And
I'll never forget that day.
You ever stop smoking for a limited time because maybe you had something you didn't know what it was, and you're like, Nothing like that.
No.
No?
No. I smoked
just set a date, you phony.
You did quit for 6 months.
Set a date?
You did quit for 6 months.
I quit for 6 months.
Why? What spurred that?
I was working in Boston, and I went and saw the Mad Russian. There was a guy up in Boston that everybody's
didn't work for me.
see, huh?
No.
He's just a douche. It doesn't work for anybody.
No, it works for a lot.
I went 6 months.
What's the Mad Russian?
He was some
fucking
hypnotist guy.
You call me a flake for conspiracy theories? Some fucking commie put this. Why did you throw my Ozzy doll on the milk?
Oh, Jesus.
This is turning into one of the weirdest
Anything we
shows.
think somebody might love has to be destroyed.
That's right.
Yeah, he broke my trophy on his dumb show.
That's really funny.
His fucking Ozzy doll.
There was a little Ozzy
right
thing
in
that
the
Stalker
milk.
Patty gave me, and he just ripped it up and
Boss, things are going bad. She's the only person that emails me consistently.
Who's the Mad Russian?
Colin, when's your show on so I can be on again?
The Mad Russian is this fucking flaky douche in Boston, and you sit there and he does an energy thing over you and supposedly makes you quit.
Jesus.
And I'm an asshole for thinking that
It
fucking
worked
the
for my aunt.
Why did you go?
My aunt has
Really?
21 years.
How about this? Fuck your aunt. She was ready to quit.
Yeah, well, if you're ready to quit, maybe that's a help.
really
maybe that's a help. Maybe that's
You should do everything you can do. I mean, you should.
What?
Yeah, get a patch, get hypnotized, do all of it.
Do you like the smoking, Bonnie?
Everything.
I love it. I don't want him to quit.
Subconsciously wants him to die.
What'd you do? What'd you do
Can't even
Bonnie?
accuse her of that 'cause you know he has no money.
Fortune, yeah.
It's really not fun to be around somebody who's quitting smoking. You know, I'm not looking for
How
that.
fun is he now?
How much fun could he
Did you ever smoke, Bonnie? Ever?
Yes, I
You
did.
did?
It took me many tries to
And
quit.
you quit?
Yeah, so 4 years.
How long
now.
ago? 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You miss it?
Not actually. I at one point before I started dating Rich, I thought I might actually start again.
It's very rough when you hook up with a smoker and you've
That's
quit for a while because you just pick it right back up again.
Well, she drinks and gets high every now and then, so that was hard too, you know.
Trade
Stop
it in.
trying to even it up.
Maybe you could handle booze now.
No, I can't. Please.
Why don't me and you go to a smoke? I know a smokers thing next week. Next Sunday we'll go. I'll go with you.
To a smokers thing
Yeah, like a smokers meeting.
next Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday night. You're not working. Stop acting like you are.
Wait, what's Sunday? This Sunday?
Sunday coming up.
Yeah, I'll be out of town. But
He doesn't even know where Sunday is anymore.
I'll be out of town.
What, Sunday?
Sunday? What?
What, between Saturday and Monday? No good. No good. And Colin, as much as after that Ozzy doll thing, how I really don't want to admit this, helped me more than anybody. The thing he said to me, which I don't think you made up, but it was, he said to me, the urge to quit to smoke will pass whether you smoke or not. And that was as perfectly really simplistic. And
Well, it's the same as drinking and getting...
Shut up. Stop trying to act like
I
you
know,
two understand
he's
this.
like,
You're still smoking, idiot. Be the
Rich
student.
loves to be the expert
Yeah,
on
he was-
addiction. He'll just jump in.
Oh,
anytime.
please.
Listen,
What?
this is what you got.
Look at Bonnie. Guess what? Every guy's like that.
Hey.
No matter who you married, you'd be miserable every time they open their mouth.
Boss, are you going to the Freedom Center?
What the fuck is the Freedom Center?
That's the laser therapy thing.
First of all, when
That
somebody
might
goes,
be-
what
is
the
it in
fuck? You
Staten
know they're
Island?
doing it.
Huh?
In Staten Island?
Welcome to Freedom Laser Therapy.
What does lasers do to make you stop smoking?
Freedom from
Staten
smoking
Island.
addiction?
In Staten Island.
I don't know.
They probably make a good cigarette lighter.
He's done no research.
Light it up with a laser?
He's done no research on it.
None.
Someone said laser.
Someone said it to him. at
Dummy
one point.
thought technology
It's
easy.
the future.
No problem. They'll take out that little cell that makes me smoke. Oh, stupid.
He thinks they're going to do some kind of brain thing.
Told you about it.
What's what's the gimmick here?
They don't really
Oh,
explain.
good. It's vague. It's lasers and it's vague.
Low-level laser therapy.
Hold on. I think I have
You don't have to wear contacts anymore.
They use some kind of Jedi mind shit on you. You don't need that cigarette anymore. You have no need to smoke.
You'll feel great as soon as you hit
Sunday when you get back in town. We'll go to a place.
Here we go. Here we
Yeah.
go. We got Tyler in Columbus. Tyler for Rich Voss.
guys?
Hey.
Hey, yeah, you guys were just talking about that guy that had the big lump in his mouth from years ago.
Yeah.
My father-in-law got the big casino in his jaw, and about a month ago he just had it removed. He's about, what are you, Voss, about in your 40s?
Yeah.
Good call.
He's 84.
What did he have? The big what?
Just cancer.
The big casino.
Oh, I thought he had like Caesars or Bowleys.
No, he's actually had cancer in his mouth twice now.
No headphones
And
for Rich? For Rich. For Colin.
Why would there be headphones for somebody that's in studio with us?
Look,
Why would we have that?
Colin actually
There it
took a toilet paper tube to his ear and he put it to Rich's head.
Great photo.
He's hearing the sea.
Wait,
That's wacky.
Here's
That's
here's
wacky.
wait. So he had his whole jaw removed, not the tumor.
yeah, they had to take his the cancer spread through actually the bone in
There
his
you go.
jaw.
There you go,
All
boss.
right,
and
look forward to
and
some
actually
of
the
that, maybe.
veins and everything in his jaw, and they had to remove the whole damn thing and rebuild it. They took like bone from his hip and skin from his chest and legs and made him a new jaw, but he's all.
Oh, hey, boss, stop it. This guy's telling
I know.
this guy right now.
There's a million of these stories. If I'm not fucking ready,
Yeah,
I
by
know.
the way, caller, you know what? During your story, Rich was checking his
email.
bookings on his Palm Pilot thing.
I was trying.
He's not even.
No, I was trying to find the quit smoking thing right here, and I found the link, the website or whatever.
No, I mean people.
Yeah, right next to the link to buy cigarettes online.
People can say quit smoking and all that, all that shit, but it's like, when you see it, like I'm sitting across the room from the guy, and it's like, his tongue died. They had to remove that too. So like 80%.
That wouldn't be such
All right,
a bad
there's an
way.
upside to the whole thing.
But wait a second. Was that from smoking
Yeah, it was from smoking.
or chewing tobacco?
No, he didn't chew. They said he got the cancer from. They told him he was going to get cancer in his mouth from smoking.
Find another way to justify
and
it.
he sure
Yeah.
did.
Filterless, menthol, 100s.
Is he a Christian?
Plus, it's not going to help those tombstones you call teeth. They're turning gray from smoking.
All right, Tyler.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna. Here's what
I'm sorry you didn't get the reaction you were looking for.
Yeah.
Voss, no, he's got a point, which is Voss has to have the guts to
At
go
least
to
I
a
didn't
cancer
get a car
ward.
crash, so it's all good.
No, you're fine. Thanks.
All right.
You know what I'm gonna do? April 22nd.
Why April?
That's
My
a good
ex-wife's
idea.
birthday.
Why are you picking a date?
He's supposed to pick a date.
Is that it?
I've done all that stuff.
I just quit.
I once was just like Rich Voss.
Really?
I tried it all. The Mad Russian, all of them.
Well, here's where Rich is going.
Oh, the laser thing? Now, what do they do?
It's a therapy you can't even pronounce. Auricular therapy.
That's why Voss picked it. It's the one, it's the one
Is
word
it
he can't
something
pronounce.
like ocular?
A-U-R.
Natural.
A-U-R.
A-U-R.
What, do they go through your ear?
I-C-U-L-O therapy.
Auricular.
All right. there you
Wait
go.
a minute. If this involves your fucking ear,
Here we go.
what is it?
It's a non-invasive form of acupuncture. No needles. It utilizes a minor electrical impulse to stimulate
I did that
acupuncture
one,
points
too.
in the outer ear.
I did that one too. It didn't work.
Really?
Dopey ass. Why do you think a laser beam in your ear is going to stop you from smoking?
It might stop the cysts that are in the back of my ear.
Yeah, it's going to start boiling the cyst, and the doctor's going to drop dead.
I'm surprised you can even lights. I thought the wetness would put your cigarettes out immediately.
I know. Spits them out.
This technique's been used for pain, addictions, and a host of many other
I did it. It didn't work.
dysfunctions.
How you done it? It's new.
I did it.
They didn't have it back then.
No. I did it.
He did it when it was the acupuncture.
You know what? You know how stupid Voss is? It says right on the website that they've been doing this since 500 BC in China.
I haven't checked the website out yet.
It's like gunpowder.
What are you, a pterodactyl? Maybe, but
they invented the wheel and then this technique the next day. But it's new to Voss.
It's the newest thing since the stone tool.
Fucking Voss.
I haven't actually gone to the website yet.
Forget about it.
500 BC in China.
I hipped you to acupuncture.
One time I went to get like acupuncture, Norm Macdonald goes, that's great stuff because I was injured. Because they've used that for millions of years in China, yeah. I go, yeah. He goes, yeah, then they invented medicine, so they didn't have to use it.
You guys that are always out of TV quote each other?
What?
That was pretty funny. I wish I had a car. No, I don't want to use the car crash. I want a clip of him lighting up.
What did Kevin Nealon have to say about it?
I'll tell you the truth. Honestly, I should never come on Opie and Anthony again.
Why?
Because of New Year's Eve. Guys, it's not your fault.
Why?
Just the fact
When
that
you open for us?
I pull up on 69th Street and whatever it's called, not King of Prussia.
Yeah.
And right outside of Philly. Philly. And there's a sign. I'm sure you should get a t-shirt. Jim Norton, big letters. Rich Voss, big letters. Colin Quinn, mini letters.
He took a picture.
Yeah.
And then he made a t-shirt.
Can you imagine, all jokes aside, even the Opie and Anthony crowd, I came on stage, I go, folks, that hurt. And they laughed. They knew exactly what was going on.
Well, can you imagine how bad his career is? He doubled up on New Year's Eve. He left there and went and did another gig in Atlantic City. Okay? Fucking idiot. It's New Year's Eve. Somebody cancel Atlantic City. Get Colin. We know he's open.
You're pushing. It was doing good.
I got greedy. I got greedy.
And he reached for the coffee.
But
that's always a sign. I'll distract him with the lifting of the coffee.
Colin killed on New Year's Eve and gave me the best intro in the world.
Actually, that was an unbelievable show.
I did, right? Shut that crowd.
First of all, you're one of the best comics in the country.
It's true. You never knew that until people told you, but thank you.
No, I
No, you've never thought I
We
was
even
funny.
TiVo'd your HBO special.
That's when it all started with him, when he first hated me.
No, I never hated it.
Voss, never let... Voss, let's be honest. I love you.
No.
Tough crowd. I looked past my own... The fact that you were too dumb to realize I was funny till Norton.
I just told... His HBO special wasn't one of the best. I said, after I saw it, I called cable and canceled HBO. And he got mad, right? But he's
That's not what it was. For years.
He thought...
What was it?
When we did a roast at Caroline's.
I wasn't at this roast. It was him and some other idiots. And he goes... And he, roasts are all jokes that are funny if you believe them. One of his jokes was, and of course I have my little snitches telling me, this was years ago, before Tough Guy, he goes, the luckiest people in the world, Sue Costello and Colin Quinn. And this is his mentality towards me. Then he brings me on stage one night. I was doing like these one-liners, but I pretended it was in a poem form, kind of ironically, which was my first mistake. He goes up, he goes, and I bombed. And this was in the middle of like a tough patch in my career. He goes, I don't do jokes. I don't do puns. I do fucking joke. And you're like, hey.
Oh, no.
It was just this type of...
Fucking Larry can't let go. First of all, he remembers all these dumb things.
You were right to say that.
What?
That's what you fucking get for trying to be Andy Kaufman, shit dick. Go up there and fucking tell
Andy
jokes.
Kaufman? They were jokes.
Shut up.
But they were jokes.
Let me
you
tell
weren't
you
there.
something.
You were still in Jersey.
Dickory.
I know.
Exactly.
Fucking Louis C.K. told you to act like Andy Kaufman. You'd have the suit on tomorrow. So shut the fuck up, okay? All right? You be fucking...
You know what's so funny? It's like he was sticking up for you. Like he was... It gets all crazy. I don't know.
That's the beauty of it. Tank.
Yeah, we're going after the jellyfish, you little fuck. Beauty. Let me tell you something. First of all, I've always, every radio show I go on, everywhere I go, I always fucking bring up Colin
after
Quinn.
I put you in Tough Crowd, you realized I was funny.
No,
your friends
before
had to
Tough
explain
Crowd.
it. I love you, but you're too dumb to realize how funny I am.
How about this?
you
Either
kidding?
you fucking stop groveling
No, but I've
or you
told
let him
Colin.
grovel.
All right.
One of the two.
Here's the thing. There's 3 comics I bring up on the radio. You, him, and Patrice, okay? I always knew Colin was funny, okay? Always. It's just that he didn't prove himself. You know, fucking, he's a brilliant guy, you know, and I know he's going to get back. I can't even believe you're walking around without Nick DiPaolo hanging on your coattail today.
That hurts.
Oh, fuck him.
You had to go there. Why don't we take a break?
Well, they had a little material difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Colin, you got any gigs we're promoting, or are you just hanging?
See,
he just hangs.
No, how about this? Whatever gigs I'm promoting, chances are he'll show up and do a few minutes up front.
We don't get it. Oh, that one.
Yes, you do, stupid.
It's not getting a laugh.
Doesn't matter. It bombed, but it was kind of true. It felt good.
When you open for Norton, he gives you a checklist. He gives you a checklist of bits you can't do.
Really?
Yeah, when you open for Norton, he gives you a checklist. Don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. It's a whole subject thing, didn't you know?
No, well, that night, him just sitting there like with that serious attitude, like, hey, guys, and he has his little dressing room. Meanwhile, I messed up all his food. I smashed his sandwiches. I put all kinds of, and he didn't even eat any of it. He's got like this special thing where he's got to have every kind of.
Yeah.
He is very finicky.
Yeah.
He's
got a writer with little things about what he wants to dress in.
Yeah.
4 bottles of unopened water
and a big black cock.
That crackle is Colin's pinky hitting the antenna on the microphone.
That's why I tried to move your hand before, but you don't. Here, pull. There you go. Up.
Show him how to hold it.
There you go, like that.
There you go. You got to hold it tight.
You just kept hitting the thing like.
That's the antenna.
There you go. Just hold it like that.
I know that's. Maybe we could get a stand for him.
I'll give him my mic.
It doesn't matter.
All right, we'll take a break.
I'm going to give him my
Colin
mic.
Quinn just hanging. Rich Voss in Cleveland. Where?
Cleveland Improv this week with Bonnie and Rich Voss.
And Jimmy's going to be in Poughkeepsie at Bananas.
Poughkeepsie at
Bananas? Yes.
Finally, he's moving back in the direction he belongs. Where were those big theater gigs? Loser. When the HBO show comes, hold on, it's not going to change nothing when the HBO show comes. Shut up. I've been back and I've been up and down.
Up and down. I want to answer your question as to when those theater gigs are. I have the Event Center at the Borgata Casino with Dave Attell in May, going on sale Saturday, and the Orpheum in Boston going on sale, I believe.
With Attell?
Yes.
And the Orpheum?
Yes.
Both of them with Attell, huh?
Yes.
Why don't you throw Dane Cook on to make sure you don't, empty out the place?
Who's closing?
Dave.
Why?
What'd you get, Lewis Black?
And if I would have said me, you would have said why.
Who's hosting? Hey, who's hosting?
We don't know yet, but don't even think about it. You
Why?
fucking perpetual host. No.
I'm a great host.
Exactly. You're not hosting.
I am.
You're
I'm
not
gonna fucking weasel myself on your belt.
And
fucking bury both of you fucking humps.
We're going to take a break. Hey, when we get back, we got a lot of comedians in the studio, obviously. America's Funniest Mom, Season 2 started.
It's got to be hysterical.
I vote for Yates.
Ben's hog is just big enough for my baby.
Well, I do have big tits, goddammit.
God damn it, what night?
Whip 'em out Wednesday.
Whip 'em out Wednesday.
Ladies, be careful.
Hey, they can actually help. They can be the new freedom fighter.
The show continues through the break. Anthony's been showing Colin Quinn Pal Talk.
The girls at Pal Talk. We like introducing them to anybody that's come in and hasn't seen Pal Talk yet. And Colin seems to like it.
Oh, my God, do I like it. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday, and the girls are flashing boobs and everything else on Pal Talk today.
Yeah, we got one up here, Red Room 6. Just sitting there in a little short skirt.
Oh, my God.
And
Amanda Panda, she's not playing.
Yeah. And she's in her little skirt, and there's no panties on under there.
Ooh.
So what we are seeing is her in her pierced glory.
She doesn't have any underpants.
No underpants at all.
Ooh. You see that kid that went to Capitol Hill that was doing all the computer sex? He made all the money, and now he snitched everybody out.
I know. What a little
now
whip.
he's a rat.
He makes a fortune, and then he just drops
He's
a
like,
dime.
and they did this, and my father goes, I'll help you really maximize the business.
Yeah. That was the worst.
How old was he?
15. He started at 15.
Oh, I thought he started at 13.
Was he just jacking off on camera, or was he banging?
First they were telling him to
Yeah, he was a phony.
They would tell him to take
Oh,
his
look at
shirt
him.
off.
Jeez, come on. Amanda, we're trying to...
Wow.
What's she doing? It's ridiculous.
Amanda Panda is,
sucking her own bosom.
yeah, she got a nip in her mouth.
That's lovely.
She's biting
I think that kid, that 15-year-old kid should, I hope he ends up on the Duke lacrosse team. How about that phony story? How many brothers jump on the young white girls on the b-ball teams? Nobody says a word.
They hired
groupies.
They hired a black stripper, right, for a party.
They're groupies. How do you know?
Was it white guys raped a black girl? Is that why they're talking?
Well, they hired a black. I guess they hired a black stripper for one of their parties,
well,
right?
They hired her to strip and do some housework, and
things got out of hand. Is that what you're saying? Things got a little out of hand.
It'll happen.
First of all, they're a lacrosse team. Who gives a fuck about them?
Well, that's a good point. I didn't even know people still play lacrosse.
Do you guys want the audio of the 13-year-old porn boy from the Today Show?
You bet we do.
Or America's Funniest Moms, Season 2?
America's Funniest Moms.
Honestly, the funniest moms, because in today's world, you need a laugh.
Yes, especially if you're a mom. It's so hard to handle the kids and lifestyle.
The whole thing is ridiculous.
And be funny.
Well, is Paula Bell on there?
I don't know. Is she a mom?
She went to the house. Their house or whatever they do.
They have a house, too?
They had a hotel, or they went to a hotel.
The first clip is Paula, so I guess
Is it Paula?
Is she funny?
Yeah, I like Paula.
Yeah, she's pretty aggressive and abrasive on stage.
Well, they're trying to find the
They took her
funniest
kids
mom.
away from her, if that helps.
That's funny.
Exactly. America's smartest mom.
Well, let's listen to Paula.
All right.
Let's meet our first semifinalist.
Paula Bell, show her some love.
I'm Paula Bell. I'm from Los Angeles, California. Being a mom has inspired my comedy. I have one daughter that's in love with me and one who's not too fond of me, so there's a lot of humor in that.
In any town I go to, I'm a regular average-sized human being. In Hollywood, I'm a big, huge, fat slob. Everybody's so thin, girls are walking in and out of doors without opening it. Well, I'm a little schizophrenic, you know. I got married too young. Somebody should have stopped that ceremony. Walking down the aisle with a backpack on. All the young girls, they want to go down the aisle, parachute down in the big dress. Taking those little steps. Here it comes. You know why they have you take those little steps? To get used to the shackles. It's not marriage, it's Shawshank.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
First of all, why is there why is there fucking a music bed?
I'll tell you why. They weren't confident in the material.
Right.
So they overproduced the hell out of it.
What are you?
Laugh tracks, music beds, hide awfulness.
Well, this comedy is the new rock and roll of the 80s.
How funny can you be on these network shows? She goes out with Brian
Holtzman. The Tonight Show when I'm on it, pretty fucking funny.
Hey, you're damn right.
That's right. Jimmy was
Not only that, but I know one guy that really stepped up on the network show, Rich Voss. Boy, when he was ironing away, he found a piece of business.
What was it like to sit home and watch me? What were you eating?
To sit home and watch you on that show, it was, you know, I felt kind of sad. I sat there envious. Damn it. If only I could have been on that nightmare.
Why would you have thrown him that fucking underhanded pitch? What was it like? Go ahead, sir.
I wonder if they force you on that show to do gynocentric, though, material.
Yeah. What?
Gynocentric.
Girl stuff.
How you still
Gynocentric.
Oh, what a great relationship. And he goes, what? Girl stuff. It's like George and Gracie, only he's Gracie.
But it
Girl
was
stuff,
every joke
Gracie.
was.
That's what you guys should do. The relationship should be that on stage. All right. Gynocentric. What? And he got mad at her because he feels like she's embarrassing him in front of his friends.
I'll say words that he'll say. Nobody says those words, but they're just everyday
Oh, yeah.
words.
What was one of
nobody
them?
says them in the circles in which he's traveled, which is 287.
Give us an example.
9W.
Rick, give us an example. What was one of the words that she uses?
I don't know. I don't remember them. There's no way I would know them. You know, that one you said the other day. It's just, she tries to fucking
I
show
don't
off.
try.
What word?
This is part of her vocabulary.
What word that you didn't know? Moral courage.
That's 2 words.
All right, here we go. We got Donna, the fat black comic.
My name is Donna Mary. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
Competition
would
just open up so many different doors that
I bet this
I've been trying to kick down for so long. Y'all, I'm going to get ready to reintroduce myself. And I want y'all to clap like y'all invited me over for dinner. And I told y'all no. Yeah. The audience was really great, and they gave me love, and I gave them love back. I'm sorry I'm late, but they ran out of big towels at the hotel, and I had to drive with a face cloth.
I know that feeling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but that's funny because everybody has that feeling when you have a small town.
7 out of 10 black comics get introduced and they go, that ain't enough. I'm going to walk off and come back out. I want you guys, and that's what she did. I want you guys to
show some love. I'm gonna start saying that.
Oh, the force.
Show some love.
It's,
Stop.
And then they get the applause. How many people like air and shit like that? How many people out here bathe? No applause.
Remember that guy that we were at this club and he just kept asking questions to the audience and then they'd applaud, and I said to Rich, ask him when he comes back to the green room how great he did, he got 5 applause breaks, and the guy goes, yeah, they're a nice crowd, I did well.
God damn. How many people applause break?
He was is there Catholics in the audience? Do we have
so he goes back and I go, man, you killed. How many applause breaks you get? He goes 6, right?
I did well. Yeah, they liked me.
Every MC you work with on the road is horrific, right? Colin was the only good MC.
No. Do you see how big this stupid Duke story is?
Is this about
you understand how
divided by
this country
class and
is
race?
so phony?
How about the fucking Daryl, the Little John? Why don't they talk about that? The way he fucking raped that white girl. They don't talk about that.
Well, she was actually Filipino.
Whatever the fuck she was, she was asking for it.
Well, this is how. No,
he only said that because he was ashamed when he realized she wasn't.
Meaning
white.
there was meaning there was no racial implication.
I know, but exactly. The point is, it's white media going, let's try to absolve ourselves in case there's a riot. They won't hit us.
Right.
It's fucking level. Why don't you admit that all these incidents that happen with athletes, 90% of the time, it's a black athletes doing it to white people?
They just did on Dateline. They did a thing with in cabs where they had the driver where they had the driver baiting the passengers and talk about racial stuff, and they had a white driver have them talk about Jews, have them talk about Chinese and everything. But they didn't have any black driver with black passengers talking about white people.
Because they don't pick up black people.
No, but you see what I'm saying? It made everybody look bad.
They tried to do that part of the story, but
the cab drivers were like,
But let me ask you something. When somebody brings up a subject, like I just put up a nationally sweeping subject, don't you go from a specific thing like the cab thing into a national thing, not the other way around? Do you know what I mean?
He was
giving one example. I understand what he was doing.
He was giving an example so that you knew he understood.
I know, but it was really... It just took all the wind out of everything.
Well, maybe if you stood there with a pool stick in your hand, it would have been a lot better.
I don't get that.
I guess tough crowd.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't even know that there was a racial. I didn't know that there was a black girl that they.
Yeah, I didn't know
Jesse
that.
Jackson was on
big deal.
Fucking enough.
That's why it's a big deal.
It makes me wonder who I hate more, white people or black people.
Yeah.
Wow, you are profound.
I like Filipinos.
I don't know any She wasn't Filipino, by the way.
I like to fill them up with Pino. You still pissed because you were wrong? Shut up and
she wasn't Filipino.
She was closer to Filipino than white, so
but at least you're admitting that you don't. At least you're admitting you don't know what she was.
Yeah, I'm saying she was Filipino, and I like to fill them up with Pinos.
Oh, stop.
All right.
You're guessing.
Here's another question.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. She wasn't Filipino. You see her eyes?
By the way, are these funniest single moms, or these are just moms?
No, just moms.
Just moms. And there's a lot of
They're still talking about Duke. It's the big story on CNN.
It's one of the big stories out there right now.
Play the Sally Field clip.
Which one?
Oh my God! He goes
Punchline?
back. How old is that movie?
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
That new movie,
Punchline.
Wow.
They had lockers.
That's right.
Had lockers.
That's right. It's right there with the acupuncture. It's new.
Acupuncture.
Well, then we got this story too that we were supposed to get to.
Cynthia McKinney, yeah.
All right, we got how about
one more Filipino too, shithead?
Let's go to America's Funniest Mom, Season 2. Here's good old...
You knew what I was trying to say.
Here's good old Jess.
I'm Jess J. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I just want to show that females are just as funny as the guys.
Shut up,
out here dressing real nice, real pretty. I can't do that anymore because I have a 204-month-old. I couldn't be funny without my son. He's my whole act, and I wouldn't have anything else to say. But I blame my mother the reason why we got beat up all the time. I do. I grew up in the inner city. She gonna raise me like we lived in the suburbs. We gonna have book club meetings and stuff. Why, they find out we can read. You know what they gonna do to me? I won. Can I get my check? Ladies, go home. Your kids are calling. That's why I am America's funniest mom.
Not only can you not be funny without your kids, you couldn't also get government assistance without them.
You can't stutter on any of the words on radio.
I hate when chick comics are like, oh, I just want to prove that women are funny. It's been proven. There's been lots of really good female comics before your dumbass came along.
Exactly.
Well,
such a like.
Slow down.
Mom's Mabley.
Why?
That new one, Mom's Mabley.
Why
Mini Pearl. That price tag cracks me up.
Like Bonnie's starting to sense something. Go ahead, Bonnie. Say it.
No, that's fine.
You're sensing the boys are kind of like
the matter.
Go ahead. Come on, Bonnie.
It's just disrespectful to every other female comic. I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it.
That is true. They're always like,
there are plenty of guy comics that stink.
That's right.
But since there aren't as many girl comics as guy comics, the ratio there's more girl comics.
That's exactly right.
Now, who's good is...
And the other mistake.
Go ahead. Well, I was going to say Marina, that we see at the cellar all the time.
She's working with me in Poughkeepsie this weekend. If her fucking manager would stop asking for $8,000.
That's funny.
Wow. Jason Steinberg.
What? You go, who's funny, Marina? That's like going, I had a colored friend in high school. I mean, she is funny, but
I don't give a shit if she's black.
Yeah, no.
I'll tell you why I think she's funny.
No,
she doesn't do the typical, female comic bullshit.
No,
she's
I'm
just
saying
a funny.
I wasn't saying because she's black.
But when are you going to quit smoking?
Listen, like, you could get tons of funny. I mean, Duty Gold, I think, is funny.
Yeah, but what about Marina?
Marina's great. I had her open for me at the fire for Keith.
All I'm saying is, like, I'm with Anthony.
Yeah.
No, the stereotypical female comic, it's so played out. It's like, we get it.
No, you're right. If
the
they
kids, jokes about
the fucking dating, the mom is still, if I don't get a husband soon, my mom.
Right.
Why do I feel like the girl on the right-hand side is being forced and there's two bikers right off camera?
On the Pal Dog.
That's the best kind of porn when they don't want to be doing
gunpoint. All right, why don't we see what Joy's all about? America's Funniest Mom.
I love kids. I love to play with kids. I'm Emily J. I'm from Roy City, Utah. My sister has a little baby, and she brought him over to my house last week, so I went and got a ball, and I rolled it to him, and he screamed, and he wouldn't roll it back. I guess bowling just isn't his sport. I love the one-liners. That's my favorite. So last week, my son brought home a ferret, and he said, "Hey, Ma, do we have anything warm we can put over it?" And I said, "Sure. How about the Buick?"
I love the little hand gesture you do. That was fun.
Yeah.
That's a great, little touch.
Jokes suck. I've met a bunch of the other moms, and at first I was kind of intimidated by them. I thought, they're all so funny. They're all so funny, and they're funnier than me. This sounds like therapy, doesn't it?
The Buick line was good.
She actually, I like that. She's hurting a child with a bowling ball and killing a little ferret with a car. That's,
I did do like that. It's both abusive, fucking angry
like
jokes.
All right. That's it. All right.
She wins.
No, but she sounded like Rita Rudner too much.
Yeah, she did have that Rita Rudner delivery.
Oh, Rich.
Here's Lisa, the hot one.
I'm Lisa Alvarado from Los Angeles, California. When we used to sit, my whole family, around the TV and watch Bill Cosby, the whole room was just electric with laughter, and I'm like, I want to know how to do that. I am Latina. My last name is Alvarado, which is Spanish for single parent. My experiences today, it was hard because of the way I look. I knew that they expected me not to be funny.
Lisa, can you go get us some chicken?
I can get you a little can of whoop-ass. I think I proved them wrong tonight.
I'm not even the typical Latina, I don't fit in just because I was pregnant in my late teens, My mom was total pressure. She's, hurry up, your little brother's already a grandfather.
That's funny.
Mencia.
That's funny as we pay for all of that. Yeah, another $200 a month out of you.
That was my recipient. That was the joke I just did a second ago.
What was the joke?
What joke?
Government assistant.
Oh, yeah, you can't just blurt out government assistant.
No. And first of all, her kid doesn't even live with her. Half of these moms, their kids don't live with them. They're living in another state with their...
What are you doing, an expose on the mom?
Okay,
You're working for Dateline?
How do you even know that?
We found that these parents aren't even really parents.
Half of their acts. Well, I heard you're not really ducking your daughter over that fucking... I heard you're not ducking your daughter over that loan, shithead.
Oh, my God. You're living in an orphanage. Those new buildings they put.
This is charity level on Nutsy Fagan.
She's just a big sister.
This guy's going nuts on the phone here. Brian, what's the problem?
Oh, you got to kill this. This is awful. I can't even listen to this.
This is like the comic equivalent of the women's basketball with the like spastic layups. They're not funny.
Wasn't everyone excited to watch the NCAA Women's Championship?
Oh, dude! I mean, one of them will eventually get to the Liberty.
That's great.
I tried watching it, but then I was like,
they bring
oh
it.
my goodness.
I'll tell you,
They're bringing it a little better.
They are.
Cares? They almost
they can play.
like guys
That fucking
playing.
thing's women boxing. Multicolored. Women boxing
can box.
Yeah, let them fight fucking Mitch Blood Green. They can't box.
Women can't box. Have you seen some of
they
these
can
freaking
box.
boxing matches?
Not
Men. They
can't
box a man.
Yeah, some of them could.
No, they can't.
A guy?
Put him in a ring with Chuck Liddell in the octagon.
Exactly.
That's what I want to see. I want to see that animal rip her tits off and shove them down her throat.
Chuck Liddell.
Chuck Liddell, maniac.
He's the most undefined badass ever.
Oh, what
no
an
definition.
animal.
Yeah, no definition.
No definition whatsoever, but he will kill you.
Yeah, he'll kill you.
Want to listen to more of this crap?
No, go ahead.
I don't know. I kind of like her, though. She has some good ones.
Oh.
I'm Sherry Davy. I'm the mother of a beautiful daughter. I've lived in this country so many years. People are still mimicking me like mad. It's incredible. Like, I walked into the theater tonight. This woman overheard me speak. She's like, oh, my God, you're English. Whoa! Cup of tea. I'm like, you're laughing. I don't talk like that. And how come it's okay to make fun of me, but it's not okay to go up to somebody else and be like, oh, my God, you're Indian. Oh, goodness gracious me. Welcome to my convenience store. How come that's not okay? I am not a British woman. I am an American with an English accent. I wasn't raised here, but I was born in New Jersey, so I'm an American. And Americans do come with funny accents. If you don't think that, then you haven't been to Tennessee.
You write it on your hand?
Yes, this is what I always do. This is my thing. This is my ritual.
You know it.
I do know it.
You know it.
But you know what? I've just touched your bosom. Yes, you did. Believe it or not, I do live in Brooklyn. It's a very hard place, very tough. It's the first place I ever heard the expression, move your freaking wheelchair. I'm not kidding you. Somebody said that, I swear to God. And it was a blind guy. I'm not kidding you.
Oh, English Joan Rivers.
So
I'm not kidding you.
So you just say I'm not kidding you. It's
means you are kind of kidding
you. I'm not kidding.
America's Funniest Mom should be sponsored by a coat hanger company.
Oh, my God.
It's an atrocious fucking show.
Yeah, you got to hear Donna Lee. I mean,
What network is this on?
Yeah, what is it?
W
Oxygen
Black.
or something?
Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon.
Is it really?
Wow.
It's
not bad.
Oh, so they have to be.
Anybody watching the midget show, by the way?
What's that? Were they whites and blacks trade places?
No. Which one is it? The midgets. Yeah.
Little People, Big World.
Family of midgets.
Oh, best show on TV.
And then one of the kids
TLC.
ain't a midget.
What's it on?
Two
I've
midgets
seen
or
clips.
dwarfs,
Learning
whatever
Channel.
they are, got together and they had 4 kids. 3 are normal size. And one
And
is
one's luck of the draw.
And the one that's not normal size has a twin brother that's normal size.
I want to do a show on Patty's Building. Starring Patty.
Like
a Mary Tyler Moore with all those degenerates and psycho ex-convict murderers that live in that building.
know the degenerates that must live in that building.
Who can turn the world on.
With the smile.
At the end, she throws up her wig, and Opie hides it.
Who can make a nothing day and suddenly make it even more nothing.
Well, if no one has seen the show, then forget about it. You should check it out on TLC.
I want to see it.
TLC's become the freak network.
And what happens if people bully them and make fun of them?
No, they live on a farm, and I don't know.
It's under the guise of, understanding.
Do the animals attack them?
They have to enter through the dog door.
A lot of footstools.
You can always tell when the one midget kid answers because it's like, ring. What?
and the executive's like, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know much, but I know people are going to keep the TV on when you see a cow chasing a midget.
Let's go to Jason in North Carolina. Jason, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, is this over near me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Are you panicking on us?
Hey,
Go, man.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm moving into the house right now. I'm kind of. Hey, I just want to tell Colin real quick. Hey, man, I was out at Village last year when you came out and did your show. I really appreciate it, and the Marines really enjoyed it. Thanks a lot, man.
Oh, thanks, bro. Hey, do you live near Duke?
No.
What do you think of that whole nonsense?
Yeah, I'm on the coast. I'm about 2 hours away from Raleigh, Durham.
Oh, I like it. Wilmington.
Yeah, right up there in Camp Lejeune.
Nice. Well, thanks, man.
Right.
It was my pleasure.
I love the show. Talk to you later.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Very good. We'll go on to the next mom, Donna Lee.
I'm Donna Lee McBride. I'm the mother of one. My mom is Thai and my dad is Irish, so I'm Thyrish. I thought, though, it could be worse. If my mom was from Canada and my dad was from Chile, I'd be a can of chili. Does this come in a 3X? Because this is fabulous. I'm sure. My mom lives on a tiny little ranch in Texas. I called her as soon as I found out I was coming to New York, and I was so excited. And she said, "Oh, Donna, I have the goose nipple." And I said, "You have goose pimples?" And she said, "That's what I say. I have the goose nipple."
Oh, Mom.
I think people understand cross-cultural humor because if they don't have a family member, they have an experience or a friendship or something that they probably
or rape,
draw from.
hatred, something.
These girls haven't had enough pain in their life to be funny. You could tell. They were thrown into this house. Paula goes out with that guy Brian Holtzman, okay, who's hilarious. But you could tell they're just,
you're in deep trouble. You better say something funny.
That was the worst train of thought I've ever heard.
I know.
How about this?
We all just
on my the 2 days I actually went on whatever that's called.
Atkins?
No.
I had nothing on that one.
Oh, it's a good one. The 2 days I went, my MySpace. So there's this girl writes this letter. And it's like, tell me what you think. So I thought it was going to be her flashing her tits, of course. I go on to some amateur comic. Do people if you have family there, will you dare do a joke that's going to be offensive to your family? So it's like 12 responses from open micers. All just saying blah, blah, blah. Then the last response, if it's honest, you got to do it. Voss.
No way.
I said that. Oh, I said no.
No way.
Why are you bothering to answer these?
A lot of people. Can I just say something?
You're filling out questionnaires.
A lot of people will write in as Rich, so it's not really Rich.
He didn't
answering all these.
That is obviously Rich.
She's trying to protect them, and Buzz is going, "No, it was me."
No, first of all,
if it's honest, you gotta say it. Not like those mothers that don't live with their kids. Why don't you put that in?
Okay,
Did you type that with a battery on your shoulder, Robert Conrad?
First of all, people ask for advice, and I try to help out some of them.
Why? You're not helping them.
Yeah, helping them. I said, if you're honest on stage, who gives a fuck who's in the audience?
You don't have to be honest on stage. You have to be funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey.
Whatever.
Leader of this program to bring you the Ozone Midget Sighting.
Or
of
midget
the day.
sighting.
Who saw this coming? Brian in Washington, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, O&A?
Hey.
Over the weekend, Saturday, I had a midget sighting in front of a liquor store.
All right.
Midget asked me that if he could make me laugh, would I buy him a beer? This fucking midget takes and while standing, bends down and puts his fucking head on the fucking ground.
So his feet were flat on the ground, and so is the top of his head?
He bends over, that is correct.
Did you buy him the beer?
Or fuck him?
Got him a beer, got him a bag of chips. I asked him, if I buy him the chips, will he do it again? I want to get a picture with it, of him doing it. So I get my cousin.
He stole a camera.
With his cell phone. He fucking does the thing, but my cousin yells a bad midget and kicks the midget in his ass while he's doing it.
That's exactly what your cousin should have done. That's exactly what he should have done.
Did your cousin's ankle bracelet get caught in his pants?
Yeah, sir, the picture didn't come out. It just showed you, the gun, and the elevator buttons.
Now, the fucking midget hopped up so fucking fast, and he's chasing my cousin around, just yelling at him.
What a great midget story.
That is the saddest story
Involved
I've
a
ever
midget
heard.
getting hurt, degraded.
And all trying to get a free beer and a bag of
and
chips.
alcohol rather than he's hungry.
Just so he can forget about his miserable life.
Short? Was this on the wire? What happened? Where did this take place? It had to
This
be
is in
Baltimore.
Washington, D.C.
D.C., yeah.
D.C.
I said Baltimore. That was close.
Representing. All right, thanks, Brian.
Oh,
that was a funny
Meanwhile, back at the show.
So, boss, you were saying?
No, I was just saying you got to be honest.
Yeah.
Stop it.
But you see, you're saying it like as it's a conversation. The way you put it, he was trying to be profound with some like one line.
Wow, and he even leaves his name Voss, V-O-S.
Yeah.
He didn't say Rich Voss.
What was
Okay,
it?
but that's because
What
he
was
can't
it?
type very well.
It was just it was him just giving the final, like.
What was it again?
It was him saying,
well,
if it's honest, you gotta say it no matter
if it's
what.
honest, you got.
So in other words, if you're performing, in front of bunch of, like, Holocaust victims. If you have a funny joke about gassing in showers, you have to say it no matter what.
Rich would, though. That's the truth.
First of all, the 2 days you were on MySpace, you were on there more than 2 days. And when you, first of all,
I'm not. My guy runs it. I've been on there 2 days.
Who's your guy?
I don't know, some kid that runs my MySpace.
Uh-oh. Is he 14?
Is he in front of Congress
Sound like
recently?
a police officer? Never 14-year-old boys. Another one. Head of one of the guys from Homeland Security. Got arrested. Another guy who thinks he's talking to a 14-year-old girl online. Sets up a little meeting. Oops, it's a cop. You never hear one story of a guy actually hooking up with a 14-year-old.
Well, why don't you have a fucking cop posing as a pedophile, and when the kid shows up, the cop slaps him for being a fucking tattletale? Hey, you're fatter than your picture.
Here's the news story.
Authorities say 55-year-old Brian Doyle sent pornographic movie clips over the internet to whom he thought was a 14-year-old girl. They also say he went so far as to reveal his name and that he worked for the U.S. Department of Homeland Security.
Smart.
Just before police arrested Brian Doyle at his Maryland home, they say the Homeland Security Deputy Press Secretary was chatting online with someone he thought was a 14-year-old girl.
This was as perverse and as sickening as a case as we've seen.
Authorities say Doyle was actually conversing with the Polk County, Florida Sheriff's deputy, posing as a teenager.
He graphically explained to a 14-year-old girl what he would like to do to her and what he would like her to do to him.
But he didn't. It was...
Plus, she was 14. Let's not act like it was a little girl. 14, 14's the new 18.
Fucking Colin.
Well, the guy acts like, it's almost horrifying. No, if it's a little kid, it's horrifying.
Well, so is 14. What the fuck is that?
When I was 15, I went out with a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, but you weren't 55. He's a 55-year-old.
He is now.
I just show you the heart. She was the best piece of ass I ever had. And I had them all over the world.
She was the greatest piece of ass I ever had, and I've had them all over the world. And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous.
Ridiculous. How fast did they get that one up? That's insane. How could they do that?
Anthony just pushes buttons. He knows where everything is.
Yeah, we are just...
He sure does push buttons.
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time.
I just happen to have the Godfathers up there.
Alice Rocco just died, didn't he?
Did he die?
Won't see him no more. Yeah, I think he died.
Are you kidding?
I'm trying to have her be breaking his balls. He's getting fucking fresh.
Hey, will you relax? I didn't mean to offend you.
You goddamn guineas really make me laugh.
The video, by the way, getting back to that story, was great with the the box coming out of the home.
Oh yeah, you never want to be the guy. He's cuffed. The cop is bringing him out, and in front of him is another cop holding a big box full of filth. Oh. You know it's just a box of filth.
And that guy knows what's in that box. He doesn't wait till they get to tape 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because they're not viewing him at the house. They're just going, I'll grab this tape. And he's like, that one's nothing. That one's a copy of this. That's from my vacation. That's a copy of The Incredibles. Right. Oh, that one's the bad one. They grabbed it.
But he knows what kind of porn he's got. He's got the 14-year-olds. He's like, oh, God, I did download the 2-year-old.
Oh,
why? I just wanted to watch it.
How do we know these girls on PayPal are at 12?
First of all, it's not PayPal, you fucking illiterate.
It's Pal
Talk.
You know what I mean?
And all I have to say to that is dare to dream, my friend.
How do you know they're 18?
What,
are they holding their license?
Yeah, what you do is you say SpongeBob, and if they jump up and clap, you fucking close the window. No, they have to click off on something.
I'm telling you, that girl is being held captive. Look, in the right-hand corner.
Yeah, there is something very evil and
Miss, what do you want us to do? What's your address? I'm sending the cops.
There's something very sexy about that, right?
Which one are you talking about?
In the right-hand corner.
Red Rum 06.
Right.
She's the one that's wearing the short...
shaking and crying for an hour, and I see shadows of like 2 guys behind her.
Silhouettes of guns.
Oh, look at those bosoms.
Hey, we got more on the Homeland Security guy.
The 55-year-old is charged with using a computer to seduce a child and transmission of harmful material to a minor.
What shocked us was he didn't hesitate upon the first conversation to identify himself as the Deputy Press Secretary for Homeland Security.
The Polk County Sheriff said Doyle had multiple internet and telephone conversations with the undercover detective. He provided his office and government-issued cell phone numbers and this identifying photograph.
He emailed photographs of himself with his DHS security tag clearly visible.
Doyle's arrest came just hours after a real victim of internet child pornography testified on Capitol Hill about the need for the government to act quickly to protect children from online sexual predators. Doyle is expected to be placed on administrative leave. A federal investigation is also underway, and the U.S. Department of Homeland Security has promised its full cooperation. He is currently in an area jail waiting to be extradited to Florida.
Wait a minute, the guy is,
Deputy Press Secretary.
Totally lost my thought. No, it was something else, and I completely lost my thought.
Wow.
Completely.
You know, listen, I'm so glad these people are getting locked up or whatever, but isn't that entrapment? Though?
Yeah, I don't know how they get away with it. He said, he was carrying on a conversation that was disgusting with asking a 14-year-old girl things he'd like to do, and the fact is, he wasn't. He was asking a cop that was of age. You know, he's asking a guy or a girl cop.
It's a tough cause for us to get behind.
Yeah, but I'm not really going to rally support for this one, folks.
But that is the reality.
Censorship. It might be because
if
you want to talk.
What if his fantasy is just making believe he's talking to a 14-year-old? Is that a crime?
That he gets caught in the net like the occasional fucking dolphin does.
That's
right. We all love our tuna,
and this guy is Homeland Security. He can't figure out that he's not talking to a 14-year-old. How's he protecting the country?
Yeah,
you know
he doesn't care.
Maybe he. It's very possible that the legality is if they contact you, the pedophile usually. Like perverted justice always contacts the kid.
Yeah, but it's not a kid.
No. But it's like buying drugs, but it's really powder because it's a cop selling it to you. If your intent is, it's like buying guns. So you want to buy fucking guns, and they have plastic guns they bring, and you purchase them thinking they're real guns. You're still going to be charged with that.
I want to fuck a gun.
What?
Yeah.
Well, you've never been on the receiving end of a rifle in a good story. Maybe a good scolding.
Can you guys get pistol permits for yourselves, for carry permits?
Oh, yeah.
Can you get me one? I want to buy a new Springfield. There's this new gun. You know, this comedian. You guys know Adam Leslie.
Yeah.
Rich does him. He was a crackhead. He stole my gun in L.A., but I want to get a new gun.
He stole
a pistol or a rifle?
A pistol.
Yeah, pistol. You live in New York City?
Yeah.
Hard. Very hard.
I'll just write myself a death threat and I'll say someone send it to me.
You can do that. You gotta, outside New York City, it's a lot easier. It still takes you 6 months.
I went to get a gun permit, right? And when I was 18, I was busted for pot, just like a couple ounces, right?
You didn't write it down.
Yeah, because I thought it was expunged from my...
No, they say even if anything's expunged, you have to write down every ticket. I had to write down this. Get this. I had a suspended license when I was 22 years old.
Yeah.
And I was driving my Model T down the road, and I rear-ended somebody. Cops came, found out my license was suspended, took me down to the precinct to give me a desk appearance.
He's going to fucking Penrod's.
Not even arrested, just to give me a desk, appearance ticket type thing. Check me out. I had to write that down.
Okay,
you have to write down whatever happened to you legally. Every ticket you got, the disposition of every ticket. Write it down, or else they go, didn't write it down. Fuck you. You get no gun.
Okay, so this was 15 years ago that I was rejected. They said you didn't write that down. Can I still go back in
you can reapply
and say...
I don't like when I bring up an idea which shouldn't even be brought up on the radio. It was selfish and stupid of me. Then he's jumping on my bandwagon trying to get you to give advice on buying a gun.
Well, because he knows
keep out of it and quit smoking.
I was going to get a
Why did you go to alcohol, tobacco, and firearms?
A laser thing.
I was
going to get a laser thing.
Your fingers couldn't reach the trigger. What good's a gun?
He's going to get it to help him quit smoking.
You're going to get a lightsaber? What are you getting? The laser thing that you're...
No, he said he was getting a taser.
Oh, a taser?
I wanted a taser for comedy.
Oh, that's right.
He wants to taser his own audience. No, did you or did you not say that?
Yeah,
it's illegal.
They come at you. You never know.
It's illegal.
Why don't you do some of those wheel kicks we've seen you do?
Yeah.
Fucking greatest moment of my life. I was seeing a British girl years ago, and we were out in front of this Chinese place, and fucking Voss is there talking about how he took karate. And dumb show off goes to do like a straight out kick, and he slips and he falls in garbage juice. It was by a big pile of garbage bags, and he He slipped and fell right on his stupid back in garbage juice. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Taking ladies.
Oh, is that perfect?
You remember that? It was
Do I remember that? How can I not remember it?
How did you come back from that? What did you say when you got up? Anything?
We were just laughing.
I like the way.
I
like
to just laugh.
I like the way Norton tells the story. I was seeing a British girl like it was Notting Hill.
Yeah.
Instead of some triple labia fucking prostitute.
Just had a miscarriage.
I was seeing this British gal. Well, if you've ever seen Hugh Grant and
James
Good point. Good point.
out for a night at the theater, are we?
It was more just for a
I
reference of time.
Take her dining right near garbage juice.
Yeah, you shouldn't even been near garbage juice with a British girl.
He was just pointing out his career.
Why stop?
Oh my God.
Does Lady Di and Marion still call in?
Every
They
so
can't afford the
often,
satellite, so
yeah.
we don't hear from them often.
I miss that
Lady
Dennis
Di
DeYoung haircut.
Come sail away.
All right, we could go back to the funniest mom thing. We're almost done.
Please.
This is Pam, fat redneck.
I'm Kim Harrison. I am the mother of one.
Pam.
I live in Columbia, South Carolina, and I live in a trailer. I know you're stunned. It's a double wide. It'd have to be. My dream.
Badass.
My dream is to be on Broadway. They need a bigger size for bigger girls like me. Something like one size fits all, y'all. We have a 7-year-old daughter. She's the most beautiful child on the face of the earth. Big blue eyes, just like her daddy's best friend. And,
Oh, she fucked her, yeah.
Because it sounds like daddy, but she trails it.
Right,
Best
man.
Should have said brother, because then the redneck.
Well, she should have showed a picture of daddy's best friend, and it was his dog.
Let's punch up the funniest moms.
Big black Rottweiler cock straighten her right out. Sassy mom in her double wide with a fucking fat dog dick buried in her. Big fucking pink lipstick right in that fucking fat white box.
Keep going. Keep going.
I ran out of things to say. I'm getting an erection.
Oh, my God.
That was really
horrible.
We've got to bring up that the streak of the hot teacher banging the student is over.
Oh, over, Johnny.
It's over.
Yeah.
You've been following the hot teacher banging
Yeah,
the student.
There's that one.
No,
that
there was a whole slew of them.
Yeah, but
She was the
the
hottest
one
after
was
another.
the hottest
Yes.
ever. She winds up getting off with no prison time at all.
As well she should.
They
It's
let her
different when
go,
somebody
man.
ugly.
She was so hot, and they let her go. That was
Because legally, people want it to be, looks matter and everything. So
Of
at least
course.
the law is being honest.
The law was
She's too hot to
completely
put
being
away.
honest. And, the newest one was out.
Where's it on? Is it on
Let me
Smoking
check.
Gun?
Smoking Gun.
Go to smokinggun.com.
But I believe it was on Drudge.
And we got the latest
originally.
one. We
The
gotta
wonderful Drudge.
We got to show the picture.
Yeah.
She was
Hot.
good. She should be on Girls Gone Wild Island.
Is that her?
Teacher charged for giving student a wedgie.
Get out of
That's
here.
new.
That's great.
Oh, that just happened yesterday, right?
Did it?
Well, I saw a thing that said a bizarre form of punishment. A teacher gets in trouble for a bizarre.
Oh, they didn't tell you it was the tease.
No, it was some male teacher did it to like a girl in a G-string, I hope.
Oh.
You need a wedgie, miss.
Yeah. Or it's even hotter if he fucking yanked each end of her diaper.
The Uber wedgie.
Not that she was young. She was just retarded.
Incontinent.
15-year-old retarded girl. Fat with a big head, like
Look
our
at
own
this Katie
producer.
Couric. That who?
She's leaving. She's
Fucking
leaving.
who?
Memories of Katie.
She's going for the money.
We don't have the picture.
Ah, who's this?
No, that's
look at the teacher.
Mark Holly, 41. Charged with giving a 10-year-old a wedgie.
He's a killer. What a nightmare.
That guy is a prick.
Oh, no.
The 41-year-old is charged with endangering the welfare of a child.
Oh.
Must have been some wedgie.
They
The
should
mother
kill him.
of the boy told investigators she reported the alleged incident to school administrators immediately after it happened.
What did she say when she called Colonel Kurtz gave me a wedgie?
That guy is evil.
That is a scary-looking guy. It needs to be gotten off the street.
You got to find the teacher because they're claiming that she gave 27 blowjobs in a week.
No, it was actually.
What's the numbers
she
again?
had sex with a 13-year-old.
Right.
27 times in 1 week and 1 blowjob.
Oh, one. Okay.
27. There she is.
I don't care what.
Yikes!
The streak is over.
The streak is over, gentlemen.
The streak is over.
The hot streak has ended.
Is that Big J Okerson?
That's the one that's with a 13-year-old.
27 times in a week she had intercourse and gave him 1 blowjob.
Yeah,
Now that's what I call world's funniest mom.
I was just gonna give her the prize.
At least she's a good dresser, at least.
That's nice. It's like one of Eros shirts.
27 times in 1 week.
That's nice, though. That's a goer. At 13, you see anything, you get a rod.
She looks like Jimmy Page.
No, that's psychologically damaging. That
fat
one.
Jimmy Page.
She looks like Eddie Trunk.
Oh, God.
What? She looks like Eddie Trunk.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Survey.
She sucked his cock to a Queensryche song.
You sucked his cock. I've sucked his cock to Queensryche. It's to Queensryche.
More cock is
Urban teens losing their virginity very early. A new survey shows 4 out of 10 kids said they had intercourse before 14 and have engaged in oral sex and even anal sex by 17.
Yo, sweetheart. Yo, why don't you, chill with us?
Isn't that amazing? Inner city. A lot of inner city. 42% engaged in vaginal intercourse at the age of 14.
How did my joke get nothing?
I was reading a study.
Oh, when you said when they were 14, I went, wow, by 2nd grade?
Okay. That's very funny.
That was a good one.
You had to bring that back. He brought it back.
Yeah,
That's very funny.
Repeat that one if I didn't
when you can pull the alarm and still get it, it's funny.
Right. All right, we got 2 more clips. America's Funniest Mom, Season 2. This is Angie.
I got some confessions to make and some secrets to tell. Hi, I'm Angie Montgomery. Oh, I know what you expect me to say. I'm big and sexy. I'm here to tell you I'm just big. I think when a woman has kids, the laughs just begin. That's why I got to stay on my son. He wants to be a thug. But I told him, you can't be no thug and have asthma.
That's kind of funny.
Actually, he had asthma.
That was kind of funny, though.
That was funny.
Asthma.
The only time it's funny when your kid is born, when the comedy begins, is if they say, look, he has a syndrome. Then the jokes can fly.
The laughter can start.
You mean that tongue's always going to hang out? Jesus. That's right.
Oh.
Congratulations. It's a dope.
And you know why it's even funny when Norton says it? Because he was so close genetically to being one of them.
Oh, no, I'm a very smart guy.
No, but I'm saying you're just one thing off. Like, you look visually.
Something happened at the last minute, you're saying?
Yes, because
everything lined up perfectly at the last
second when he got
Jim, you might actually have that thing where you have an extra chromosome.
It's like when Hooper...
You could be Down syndrome and still be mentally
He does look like a Down syndrome.
He looks more like fetal alcohol.
Remember when Hooper was tying the knot on the barrel right before it went off the boat? Like, that's what happened to you at the last minute.
No, Jim doesn't have fetal alcohol syndrome. After his mother saw him, then she started drinking heavily.
Well, I'm glad you're all having fun at my expense.
Oh, you were just making fun of retarded people, too.
Not you.
No, I wasn't. I was making fun of retarded babies. They're far more humorous because
will you please find out the girl's address? She's a victim of something horrible.
I'm an easy target.
Go on, hurt me.
Go on, hurt me.
That's who that teacher looked like, Del Griffith.
I'm an easy target.
It's true. The kid fucked up for a shower curtain ring.
Be quiet. Voice is doing his homework.
What are you doing on that fucking cell phone?
What are you writing?
Bonnie gives him a little assignment every day. Don't use those smart words.
He has to look up every word like Malcolm X did in prison. He's still on aardvark.
Here's the last clip, thank God. America's Funniest Mom.
I want to see the Arab circle.
I'm Karen Morgan. I'm the mother of 3. My husband, I have to explain, is from Boston.
Oh, boy.
And I'm from Georgia, so our children are bilingual.
Funny already.
We were in the grocery store not too long ago, y'all, and this man passed gas on the snack aisle, and my son says, Mama, that man just farted next to the tater chips. My set was great, and the audience was wonderful. Had a good time. I have 3 little kids. At my house, you just go to your closet in the morning and put on the very first thing that strikes your fancy, like maybe a bathing suit with a Christmas sweater, tiara, and some fairy wings. And then you just go out. And that's my boys.
Kids are faggots.
Yeah.
That's funny, too.
But the potato chips, that's always a killer.
You can just see her walking out trying to be funny, wearing like her powered by caffeine T-shirt on stage.
We're done with that dumb program.
God, sounds like a fat house, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
they're all big fat. They got the one Puerto Rican, Lisa Alvarado.
Yeah, she's good looking. You ever see her?
Let's go to Travis.
Travis, good looking.
I can't believe you guys are getting paid for this.
Why?
I know.
We're single.
You guys are just laughing, having a blast. Stop picking on Jimmy. I'm punching out.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. We can all have a good time, but not at each other's expense. That's my point.
God. I used to hate that about Tough Crowd. This idiot shithead would be on cracking on me, the host, making fun of how awful I am. Then I'd make one joke and all his dumb fans on this, that kind of quitty. Yeah, you're right. Just notice that, you morons.
That's the way it is. And I know what you wanted to ask me, and I'll explain it to you.
What?
April 7th. Tickets go on sale for my Boston date with Dave Attell May the 12th at the Orpheum. And April the 8th, my tickets go on sale for my Borgata date with Dave Attell May 13th. That was really confusing. May 13th.
It's on your website, though, I bet.
I might have to go to that one.
MySpace?
Borgata at the event.
You guys should use
I like
me.
gambling.
I'm selling out 150 seats sometimes in Houston.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Did you do 150 in Houston?
Yeah, I'm not kidding around.
You did better than that.
Houston's a tough place to bring people in. At that Laugh Stop. Where were you at? The
Laugh Stop.
The Laugh Place.
Oh, boy. He just didn't. No,
I'm telling you, Houston's a tough. We were there right after the.
Put your headphones on correctly.
No, my ear. The cyst is killing me behind my ear.
Oh, no. The stinky cyst.
No, this is a new one on this side.
What? You got a new one?
Keep smoking.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
Smoking out of your ear?
I'll tell you, you got to quit smoking. You really.
I am gonna. I'm going to set
I'm
a
going
date.
to give you my. We're going to exchange numbers and maybe we'll have some chats.
I'm going to
set a date. It's going to coincide with the one on your tombstone.
You have a tumor farm behind your ear. You're farming tumors.
He's got a point.
Fucking, they're like pods.
Sometimes a little visual image like that can help you quit.
Yeah.
That's right, a tumor farm.
Yeah.
Think of a tumor farm on your neck.
Horrible.
All right. I don't think we have anything else, do we?
We haven't since 9:30.
Since Colin showed up.
Oh, boy.
We actually were pretty intelligent there for a while.
What were you guys talking about?
The fact that you and Eric 57.
I'm just messing with you. I'm really
Yeah, 757 turbine blades.
Look, you guys can laugh all you want.
Ha 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 ha.
I'd prefer more than that.
Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. You said all I want.
That's right.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, you want to keep...
I'm happy I'm black. I'm happy I'm black.
Let me correct that. You can laugh till it annoys me.
Right. Hey, let's say hi to Doug Out Doug real fast. Doug, what's up, buddy?
Hey, guys, I just want to plug the new Pest Radio show on Howard 101 from 8 p.m. to 12 midnight.
Have you
Monday
guys...
through Friday.
You been getting a lot of calls through on that stupid Pharrell?
It is fucking horrendous how we're smashing him nonstop. We've got a new contract. We're going to be on there every night for the next 2 years.
Yeah, the Pest got signed to Sirius.
Hey, dude, is he dumping out like a fucking faggot?
He's dumping out. He's hanging
exactly.
out. He is fucking horrendous.
Friend of the show until he turned
a lot of
on
people
us,
have
like
turned on
everyone
us.
does.
A lot of people have turned on
Except
us lately,
you, Colin. Thank
exactly,
you.
except for you.
Thank God Opie invited me on the show.
Hey,
no one gives you that once in a while. Like, hey, stop by.
Hey, why don't you stop by?
Come in whenever you want.
Shut up. You have no power to say it.
I had the power to say it.
You don't have the authority.
You and Eric can exchange fucking hairdos.
You don't have the authority.
I thought that would get a good laugh, but I forced it. God damn it. Go on, why can't you just let me slide?
Ah, nah.
Come on, hurt
For old
me.
time's sake, Tom.
Can't you force a laugh? For old time's sake.
Sorry, Jim, can't do it.
All right, Doug, what else?
He's trying not to take as many calls. His whole first hour the other night, he played about 14 songs and did that fucking singing. He did that for an hour straight the other night, just so he wouldn't take any calls.
No one could be enjoying that piece of shit radio show.
Only 10 seconds left. Where are you going to be?
Cleveland Improv this week.
Banana Poughkeepsie's. Voss and Bonnie at Cleveland Improv, but Norton at Banana Poughkeepsie's.
Yeah.
But Voss in Cleveland, but not at Bananas with me.
Colin Quinn.
Nowhere.